ɛwɔ 0248619999 0248619999 na afei wone ene nkɔfo adi nkɔmɔ na afei loss mpanyinfoɔ no wone wɔn atwetwe nkɔmɔ emulator bar supplement wɔn adaroma wɔn sɛ menkama obiante sekantanka and pharmaceuticals wɔn adaroma wɔn na de aba na sɛ ne obi a wɔn so nante kakra bi ano abrɛ ɛyɛ ano ani so bi wɔn tumi sɛ wɔyare wɔn yare immune system no ayɛ mmɔre yɛ pa match sɛ na nneɛma nkɔ ya o boost immune system na ɛno yɛ emulator bar supplement no ana bɛbɔ nkyɛn no ahyɛ no nso na wotie me na yɛ ɔba wafa ne afra wontumi ɛnum bi na fɛ o ma akra no fo a wonu bi enye ya akra ne nimfe dumie no kɔ a wofa emulator bar supplement a ɛno ɛnso ɛmo 0535112813 na one mpanifo adi nkɔmɔ ɛba na nam yare a ɛnam yare no ɛyɛ charistic na duro ɛyɛ zara mixture ne G 2-in-1 into the mixture no na ɛfa G capsules no ɛno boa ɛma ɛne rashes a ɛgu nkɔmɔ no so woyɛ ɔba woyɛ bɛrima nsa ta gugu ma ne titiriw wotiti na ɛpae na ɛyɛ kuro na ɛyɛ ɔdɛ da bia na wodwi ni nyina no ɛma nkɔmɔ no so yɛ tantimesrɛw sene o temenka na no prayer o be pay do bi na fo so yusu Zaraman capsules no eno ema nkomo ho ye den eno no eye ene obema wo bo adwuma mpem na mum awo ho ye den a wodro nie eno ebetimi abo abom ye no pam ye no anwumre after so adidi awie no no ugya na so hindi no eye typhoid malaria ne diabetes 0246348334 na oni ya atwetwe nkomo na nuama ye kama Alaska Star Enterprise no wo de to form ni nyina no Alaska na daro machano so ema me say carpet ne de bia wa different and ya wo ho entia doom ana ado ani cha ya boss of and building no Accra Circle tiptoe lane wo onsa ka Alaska 0554114878 0554114878 na fe woni ya twetwe nkomo natural and company limited woman na the Proslav capsules aba wo Johnson Sam obu o Johnson a eba kokoko eso te se de na akoko num so no haba ne se ha dwen wadro Proslav Johnson na meya eno ebetimi aboa Johnson mu pa mienu a wadro enie true man capsules no weak correction premature ejaculation waste pains ni nyina Congo ointment no oni pedua ho adwuma yi se ne ensa bia rashes agugu ni pedua na ni anafe obi a ono so dwaria no honam ya ne hene obi a ne pompo bia ball no fa bi fa so eno so ebetimi amana pai ede ama 0249017101 0249017101 na phone ya abonkomo na power specialist wo madaro maye kwamono ne sisi na omu se hepatitis B and A ya see ya ajo ni pedua aboso yi atasha wo nanti a wo ya na ese ne wakuma yi moye obu onzo a kakra bi no abre ni nyina no bre ya wo ha mani ndupuna aya ka bom eje bibidro aya de saw ya prostate wasem and stomach ulcer obi aduane to yema na se fibroid awadwe kidney stones ni nyina no power specialist adaroma ya nro na ya nro no baako ejiri kajiri ne ya memedro ana hebatin mister no enso boost immune system no na on kraya Accra obeko Accra kwa na ACP road no Power Hospital bus stop ana fe Kumasi fe ase Bosomtwi road no wa Duaya junction mo water krade orekodo Anaji estate 0244544422 0244544422 na oni mpanimfo atwetwe nkomo na mo twe nkomo a enuama ebe kama pa bibia be fine fancy ti ubeso mu mani abre Madrid no kobre na me mechire odi wom why because me no obi atoso Madrid fan ba no and was say Madrid to me qualifier 30 pace me ni mpaboa 30 e wa tonso nti me na so
of this month Dano yawa dana chemi hotel wasasra ho and a happy night with Kofi Kinata yet the amount Shannon Swam said tardy for no and Friday across in Patame room and some our taconomy adeno on the day and wasasra and chemi hotel ho and a Kofi Kinata Ebama a program I find say happy night no yet and some ababadao now on the day I 100 Ghana cities anomoji and our gate a fee make out DJ was the K and so I on duty and a DJ Prussia and so I on duty omunyina and so Talono and a beshe amanio man so I fine I was adjumedi anymore now supporting artists no nice MG account and a dangerous banner woman you know so not me hotel no ya was spacious aye kapa cafe aces and some ajidanima boso a more sham archers a swimming pool our laundry so account and archers a mountain you know and so open reservation ya kind of channels I'm say we're from Panaphone number 0535506947 just say when a not me hotel and Panaphone and so and Casami Duma for about Santano Dr. Time Eda so and I just say you know just say father yin password and so one of the most loyal customers said Wontumi no na said Dr. Time Eda so no na was sister yen control stroke no one ebetu asia manase oyobia awon sam ana chesa ba oba na se bema obe center pamu shutu ya wodi na me duma for about center ho ana Dr. Time Eda so oya adwuma ana sexual wayemre oyoba woni aten cafe woni be man so hie mo ayayaw ensom ana wote tabia wo complain a duma for about center doctor enso ebebo asisia de nyina no wo tu asia one time ensom ade amaw abua kwa agogo school junction ana senkra ayo pokrase mayira number is 0244774282 Openino and so Abejo so Bantway regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bird saver Darama Ube Sevi were bet more mucha bet amuzi a bird saver so slip no ebi a game back could be an assembly be umpo a multiple losses and a wunya essence a bird saver and no Obenya bet and back union papiaweno a exclusive and some animal Birthway 8 years and above www.birthway.com.gh nafe which di unya tradia ya bet your sika na area to account no mo and some a day amount make out say gingermate ayadma na dentist and a gua chase muma and mumema omanimute oba omo show ama chase waka ka dunya no nti Wontumi na na dwene nyina no wo mutu sin a replace no kama diamao say wo say I replace no wo pade edi si afebo na sempo wo pade esimawa wo betimi ayina no pam wo betimi ayina nwume na wo say clinic no aye gingermate and some other brow so be so teeth whitening and simple obe so your polishing wo se bako eso bu obe se ya film out and simple be out sin so mo wani nyina no aye gingermate and some other bad diamond odie I so kwana just wonum and some abe so do woni nyina no and your man so aye fine and some diamond come see ya abe projection udro abe projection a wo for kwana so akobant ma on send fa so ya wa bronsabi bank e wa ase esro and a gingermate and so ewo and a kofodua oben central police station no techiman magazine can tell kwana so no man pay number no and some aye 0559139582 gingermate and some abejo so Dr. Amuzu Adarama wonom ere amuzu garlic bitters no and so anaba pebitoy nanom ebeboawo na edrowe no ya draw was so sanse moja ne druba bia ya na so na se titiriti untimi enantie aso do saka na umia na atom ebiem enso ne se junction ewo ayeta funhia so wo for the akomoro market ho ana Dr. Amuzu oya adwuma number ni e 0247776743 na Dr. Amuzu and so yema yen question of the day this way and no I brought to you by Amuzu herbal mixture omo kind courtesy and ama to be a day yen question of the day as about to p question of the day project my shara name kwem the ebu sound say wo hwe no surprise by ya and na dia na bi beto aso and as saying and so the besi akọ Meno Casa Real Madrid could do Spain. But question I bisa on your screen and say yesterday was shocking for the favorite. Will today's Champions League games deliver more shocks? Yesterday was shocking for the favorite. Will today's UEFA Champions League games deliver more shocks? And your question, and you be saying, and what your favorite? And your Madrid, you shock, and then also shocks, and I'm saying, and and one Newton, and you say Arsenal, 3-0. We must qualify. Now, Mr. Bama, on castle, we must through, but also so much three. A bonus, I must qualify. Masandra says, "We must try. And what's not 3 number 25, 250.
Mo do ntienra man for fa kakra ni nyina yegidi a obenyawo
ana ye draw no so na me say abeka say Madrid and promo ho ase
yes
na finu anya papa biasa
ba we ni road map
na for na ni agwo kra
yes o mo twetwe na but
Madrid supporters ne do mo twem
asam o kan no so am say sisi so a do Munich na ye born your first time is na eje
okay
into what to so say Munich dia Arsenal so nyi bida to ba akwaje wo ho Intina so also monso no first English club I was Madrid first time 2005-2006 Arsenal Banabao. Yes. Inti Arsenal for no so record bi as a bow mu ban e Banabao na Madrid dia bow mu asafo hene no. Arsenal ne di kan beto montena wo.
Tina yebenya more shocks and a normal routine.
And also shock betimi aba. Okay.
Me had
here we come.
Dortmund edge on first Champions League omujini Munich. Chelsea edge on first Champions League omujini Munich. Fancy. The way Arsenal so defensive duties and abilities they might not be extravagant in scoring, but Arsenal can defend, get away and find themselves into the final. Let's not doubt it. As I said, we are disrespecting Arsenal.
Whoa, you come on the bar. I'm sure a question of the day because I be a shock sleeping so banner way and so I say no way Anton I'm one a day message in the buyer I will say I think Aston Villa can pull up surprises in front of faculty El Patron on also the message and so I say way so I say fancy no Barca forever but on him rise the message on also the banner way so say Derby Hala Madrid and so ya focus a message one also the buyer and so a couple Fabi so
yes Frank Kwame Jenfi said Barca best team ever and also actually Tender Boy say yes Manzi I think the only shocking results will come from Aston Villa side but Barca will win tonight and Jean Joe P born to win was a PSG win Barca win and what do Steven said Barca will score 7-0 and then you read Said Swala said no Barca or say no Barca win okay and what Immortal CJ or say Aston Villa will win tonight as where Siama Malisa Barca more of him and what Oscar also precious well I don't think it at all both Barca and PSG will get easy victory and at the about street green Danny the shocking the shocking will be PSG versus Aston Villa but football we should wait till the final whistle and Sana yet me I make a final decision.
Well, you never come on a virtual course at Mansani. I knew so the Yento Caribbean Sharks and also a radio. I knew to Sonra, yeah, Papa and one. I feel say, I don't see you. Well, you take a crack.
So your 3 goes to 0 Arsenal call omanim. But Madrid ya 1 goal na 2-1 3-1 bia. Omako you free more by one.
Buying Inter no quick. When
buying Inter Madrid and no mabo. Me maka so your 3 goes to 0 Arsenal call omanim. But Madrid ya 1 goal na 2-1 3-1 bia. Omako you free more by one.
Buying Inter no quick. When
whoa,
T and one number 4 so pass now new temper. Oh, mama Arsenal better no share marry 3. Namso on cancer on beshe 3. Nemum or sister Arsenal enya 3. He was emphatic.
Yes. So scoreline a bit with you qualify no and woman
I think is Arsenal for qualify but was a matter for some come back.
Oh I know I
come back with them me cry me doubt it.
Fancy men doubt it.
No,
Fancy Ateta we say we say
omono Bon be fa wie mana.
Odie say nyina yo ha. Me say ye ka character of Champions League. Madrid teams no Macau.
Benabao
miracles AC. Enti enwie wa unwie yo.
Mate, okay.
Fancy mama Arsenal for trimu nyu mu de.
Mate. Yo, whoa, that Newton guy is a beast. I feel here. Whoa, Baba, yes, my mania, your course no quick now. You're foreign him right now. Remember, Falco could be a tunica. Okay, be a muna. I just say, we'll be a man in a befano. We won't swan in the mamma and a befan until lot is in the wife. And so by China, Homati, and so, oh, my train. Hey, any bravo there? And no, father, I am. What am I saying? So, first quote, I have 50 us.
Okay.
1AA
CBD
40 1AA CBD 40. Okay. Second code 1AA CC1 DF 1AA CC1 DF CC4 24 1AA CC4 24 5 us. Last but not the least 1AA CF4 BE 1AA CF4 BE. Shadow can be projected. I was going to say, I bet we and also Kona Channel duty and amateur Sikana Edia. My brother, so young common on this and so a Wontumi Sports Buffet. Yes, the best. Young common on the foreign news amount. Yabasashim and Yabashano match in Uria, Yababa and Edia was a Barcelona. I tell you what foreign bedroom. Oh, and again, foreign Shaluka, but none of the idea for dominance. Young common on it, young comrade.
Angwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ensachre no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa ila henu Yehuwa ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika, Uvika Naveshika, Uvika Miyodika, Tode Yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Shut up, come on, boy, Capo. Chairman, I feel not chairman about yes. What am I tabu Casamu? Some messages and a ben Obia say, hey, oh, chairman, ya dear pass, watch me assemble. I just quite do coming home, and papa, me.
Na guess it is okay how guess no guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say Wontumi Sports no I number 1 chairman angwa juma no you Yami wohoda
one sound so ebekan and no pay wa bread juma no and some that so them live on Facebook no see also aya Wontumi TV wa darma oba aya bamorian say obela like your page no wo be share no product bi aka wa kuma say e wo sa wo share na fe messages abeso de pan nyina no wo de I comment section I say and some that ya baba kin ka area ma fei you say live and so our YouTube no so and some ya Wontumi TV live also no yes streaming live and so on after radio no ya 100.9 our tamale 101.3 and so anyway chess so kwa and chess and important ma fei we ram some our takra den so ya Wontumi 101.3 and BM and some ya Wontumi 101.3 so our sorry also and some and environment so you know and so far yentumadi ayedina no pay no and some our shows na for TV no ya digital and some as our satellite no so ababi abafabia no ya so other stories na emana and some no and some ya more adonso ya ba ko eno dwede mu anade no so beham and for other top a stories I was no some barinano yabasa the latest cinema and jabadi come me akotana your phone some Pogba yerim some Pogba ayobia say na bamum wasabi area yedi kan ya baba tucha and you some few weeks ago ama be catch us no man for be cover sanka akotana your phone some Pogba no womo sama no babo bokua your phone Manchester United ne say ya oya man you efana yebisa sa munya Pogba mopa say na be answer ni nyina no and some nabesia ko na no kase no Pogba say you want to just offer say dia aba Manchester busu kwa because no wobi yam so ni bo ana joba so kan nyina some that say when some a crucial stage on a career mo period I want to so nyina no and some a very crucial Wontumi nyawadwe say bia wo kwa koteki e bia decision bia sa kekadabi e wo so onya botre ansana wono some ache say bia me ko ha ana say me see esa so ko shuasa or offers from US EBM and some a Saudi anafe wo ba aya Premier League grimwa wonya offers ni bi and some aya free Premier League grimwa dia me say kan nyina no and some ana say our Italy so no aya say akwadana ye for say Pogba and some offers no be the Italia we betimi akwa to so some dey for no say one post about pray now fe one no take a decision I will say one no so in kakra say be and no brahman yo no and some akwa kama German no and some aya some akwadana ye for some Pogba and some area tuja now coach for some Ruben Amorim Adriano answer who can play as I say Manchester for so mo saying here now just who go Tiki, Mabakana Samson Adia Chausa, one of the Frankfurt for the say, 80 million euros and Sana Quatano, Wamusum China Amanaba, not Dominion in Anasakotano, and a Chesanamotompono, and some Ayarias and Son in Manchester for our GDSA, Samum Anya package, our package, no, Ayakama, Wamuna package, Achesanum, as Ayania, the Canasa structured, not Chesakrambia Swakotano, and some Nabatimia Johnny Bobokua, your father said. My unamum Victor Simon Janet ye nyina nim say the Chelsea for ye na Chelsea ayamayu for no and some other be from Sakotana ye fan so Simeno womo some betimi afano na obusa Manchester and Perfana domo kan nyina no say o Simon sika wa jene na watwe bia no ana Chelsea say aye problem and some Arma United no mutim no esa sika na wo demande e free Chelsea Napoli na omu jane krama no kwa odi kan ba sa wo pe e Chelsea Chelsea and some aye so muntwe enam so Manchester Simeno called Galatasaray no yes Manchester for say Wontumi ntuasa amount no Emma Quatana ye fan San Victor Osimhen sana be kodia na ye do no anya yes no so betimi apaso na Mateus Cunha when your first time kai bense ekobese 2 seasons anyway ana transfer market be ya mereba to just Mateus Cunha wonum ana ko break our proso ne na for din komo okoka sa when your Manchester frawa out na ono jenedi kabani nyina no ensom na ye rumors na sa bossa yam pasa Manchester for panitia wono som na be ko to buy ne de anya na krama ya best 2 seasons any and I just akora na pobobokua ye for some Manchester no som abo na me no ka say no metisa yes Manchester for say also a step our bra one step and some I'm gonna buy the agent you know and some number two come on said I couldn't find some Mateus Cunha and some number to me are joining a United and I update and some Manchester derby about some my boy okay sir Gary Neville Akokan some I now or else I want to can on fu now obi a yesha bona as a bono mu diagrama bo draw area goalless match go na mo tia mo money aje mo sresre emi bi atwam ye kasa bi again bi aye dabia masa won wan show gwa wudi su ana ko dressing room ba mo de mo sresre ni ade a na no ana we for so Ruben Amorim enie on the sky and I do come on Amorim say to some understand am say asem Gary Neville akani nyina no was sem ojitum what yes here na ofu say na a fair criticism and Gary Neville and some other buyer yinti coach na fan say Ruben Amorim wa on the sky and some do come on
in this game and I was joking about that part of being critical of Gary. They are seeing the games and in our moment with the season that we are doing we have to accept it, and it's quite fair.
This robotic nature of not leaving our positions, of basically being micromanaged within each of our lives, it's becoming an illness in the game.
Sometimes in the end of the game, you don't like it because you are trying really hard to change things, and they are talking about your players. It's something like as a father. I understand that Gary Neville is critical about everything, so I understand that part. But then one day later, you can understand, yeah, it's fair, and I understand what he is saying. So I think nowadays the game is completely different, and you have to be so good in your base, and then that individual aspect and the freedom and the fluidity of the game is going to appear. But for that, I think we need time. In this game, and I was choking.
And some manager fan say Ruben Amorim now just say ya dene accepts MI to Fernando pay live when the show up brown something you know. So a demana demonsa can say okay or red fan say the manya matage our bro no and some abaye adwuma ema mayu e no be atwam na demonsa kan you know some matage asmo kwa kano and also confirm enioma ekoso our Manchester our bra reflect here na said you also can be a Manchester fan to my profile you know and also anya adwuma matage say we bought Chelsea said na hanga ewo ho na be Chelsea the winter so masa ya bobo area am time no was see on I fan say Roman Abramovich pa wo babusa so no mo bossing wo babusa say bia mo munya possession say masa results no aye say title no mo je ya no my rabi mo di nkunim ana mo luzu ye eno aye say na Roman Abramovich just be some questions no and Chelsea one dey aye results nko sika say no mo tutum say bia player obobo ye betua wo ka any adentia bia commercial no wo so no time odi awo Chelsea nyina no say bia oya commercial aye ma e bia company bia aye Nelson about Manchester United after few months abosume besem you pay echi and who say na answer 100 and your title I don't know I am more of commercial I don't know I sika and Manchester for and some any day today now was all money about I say you could try advert or you any asaba say company also by your 20 Manchester now I am more of I am commercial club and some chance say and some Ayania Canasa Sporting and Tina answer all the Chelsea to talk Mayua not just a Mayu follow and some Adiana Sika some and a Chelsea Diano and some Aya resource animal Peno Jutum Sabia now Trobia Bejabat Mama Asasicana and Dimanim Asanum Abdo Soninano and some Aya update to Abanano Peno Yade Ayasa Soninano and some like the Emma Onum Samano Casa say Jude Bellingham Nino Kumana Yafan Job also on or be a club Sawotono will be on some other so far Tottenham Nom and Manchester United Noma Fay will be a Liverpool money at Omina Fusa a Corona fan Job Bellingham and some Bono and Metesa yes Chelsea for no woman as some the strongest I just say woman Kitania can say interest and no some annual temper Sabi and some Nabatia Fakotana and no some Nabatia player your fan said Job Bellingham and some update to Abba Club Cup no Abba from June and some other July. Now Yerika Yabatu Dasenya Duma from 1st of June adequacy aye June 10 or maybe aye transfer market no I'm a more club World Cup on Manya signing Sribi aye answer later summer transfer market proper and some abie yes Chelsea for the same Woma Toby Yashem, no go for Sikanomunian way because Kakrabida, Woman Sabian and Siano, yes, sir, almost a more strike Kabako and some Madanako Club Championship Omope. I just strike while you're ready and yes, Sabia will be a friend and try to be a more problem on the corner. Woman try Sabia Jumaniano, woman some Nabatimia area so now Mihailo Mudrik, a latest 10 year Mudrik answer now. What I saw severely cancer. As a ban, answer the ban or something, where they can say provisional. Now, Metesa Sabia sample in the bar, now a different quadia, and your 4-year ban, Mudrik, Ebenya. Now, the chance Wabra, won't transfer defender, Sabio no, only for Onyasho, Onya Bonibia, and to me, Mama Ebia resource, I will be sampling them, and some money, I bet me at because I bet you caught your bar, and what's the ice I caught to the Nebia, Monko, Yatudia Shada San. Wonsha, Bano some Abatranche, and some Kakra, Achasano, Kakra for Amasuya, and some not Abasan, something you know, yet Emma, yet for an Anopai, and some our show so. Now, Jamaican can say Man City. What we say, you want to almost supporters, and bueno, and your breaking news, Man City for say, woman, my proper supporters, na fee, woman, and did here because was also no, na cry, and to no more can say, and woman to run a general admission say, woman says in take it, and after Premier League, I match by match, I take it, and you know, woman said, I'm over frizzy, I prices, Namaya Duma, next season, I have 2025 and 2026 season, when there be Amawasiwa on Samano Chrono, and Tinamsa, Amadomo Ankoye, I'm a Premier League Wontumi, Champions League Wontumi, FA Cup, maybe I'm going to shoot my face, and not Sabia Caraboa, most of Wontumi Antonino, Jamubetimi, Adiama supporters, and say, Muntu, I take it prices anymore, and it's a season ticket holder. What this season, one city, next season, the same one city, and a match by match, Serbia day by day, game beyond Bobiano, take it to them, I have 5 Ghana, number cross the Ache, and next season, I idea, one some number so and some Adama, I have Bobo supporters, and some update, all of them, what about just Arsenal, and some Adim Kuna, Yadikania to him say, the moment I show up Chelsea and Arsenal, and Mubako Ebenya just 1 win, now just a points accrued, I know, UEFA, almost coefficient, and some other clubs are, when we see a kind of Premier League, Makuma 5, and Yamia Duma, when some other qualify, and I Champions League, as a next season, and those other constitution as well as and your top 4, about top 5, or more, and some other qualify for Jumedia, you found a Champions League, Gaba Brano Peno, you update to me now, and some my top 4 hours shown so. Now, my move to him saying, Meba a year and that matches no ansana made the emerald general some fall out in Inano and some Agaba Bossa and no more San Watton Brutan coach yes a boss American baby no and yet to Sabia what Dibia baby Jun Sabi a Jane Wontuma and a Bossa no more manager and some answer about some American two and Fume what can I say Randall Colomwani Shack Yanko Italy answer Colomwani a buy what buy ya first game was a go now unia shishabi to subi ya assist be mahakra be cancer say I was almost signing a permanent I'm a boy no across so abo and a coach now or didn't buy an echo and a name aka boy in kwa na jamin answer 5 goals na wash and one as say what does some akitem na report to me say can say 2 months and ye run down column 1 and to me say go na just say 5 goals odi kan share no wako bosumi mi akoda no what enya go from a jufi la vica signora na jamesa can say what can aya achievements our goals our share and in the loan and the salary at bomwa na just say aya 720,000 euros and aya so far a car one of some amabo cravan say jufi one some abo I know and some revelation and no pay no and also about a similar goalkeeper na your friend say Mike Menyo and say mabakana some say na wash Rafael Leao and some here Tio Hernandez and so Digu Wamu Chawata na Omomi and Sanom Omet me Jomo Quine and a goalkeeper found some Mike Menyo Cradie. Yes, Milan found the offer at him that I almost say on and Nisicano General and some 4.5 million euros a season. I know I amount almost say woman never to the amano not just I may to say I get one more than the Genesis say not just I'm so job at 3.5 and 1 million per and a better Salaman or better said that I'll saying it until 2028 and I say I'll saying it until 2020 na on tell say dia and ya bama metim ya huo na che say wo ma unko free dabi wo ma company for no and some other so mo ye afema me coach na for so Junai Emery ono and wo coach Aston Villa ya ba and for no so na for che because ono one supporters no womote adwangoma so woni ba de afi ansa no ensom akawo womedina tampa no pena me catch us the coach ne say akwara no onsa oyobia won want me take in a decision any idea na be some manager ne say addition no refer some munchi at the buyer womote aye Daniel Malen buy Daniel Malen last season on the Dortmund and a coach Champions League final into our Marco Asensio and some Champions League nibi with Madrid into experience our and a Marcus Rashford and so your beer one also was a PSG in the time our man you what can some qualify or no and make a difference in Kwanami and Sano woman and them woman down so Emma Aston Villa manager say now Ben Yasa Sam Kwanami and Sending and some Abananya Champions League and Premier League ni kwamono woman young Kwadano so contribution yinti asema coach na your father Unai Emery and some other two are proud to game and also El Paso.
And of course, now we are recovering sorry new players. We are as well with the players they have enough experiences succeeding in Europe, like Asensio, like Rashford, like Malen. Last year he plays the final, but of course you know he's not in the list. But the most important is how we are responding collectively. Of course, individually they are helping us and they are going to use their experience as well to play against PSG those two legs. But the most important is how we are responding collectively, how we are individually helping the team and collectively feeling stronger and feeling confidence to play in the level we are facing, or even in Premier League, the challenge we have to be increasing our demands to be in the top 6, top 5. And of course, now...
Yes, I know I have some manager fans say Unai Emery and I just say your dinner accepts Emma your tier for an anno pay live on the Wontumi Sports Buffet show just the latest thing no you're also there by your call a Barca for the so yes shall send any pinamono the camera me a Dortmund omo coach na your friend Nico Kovac and one up woman you know your pre-match conference and at the way a moment and just at Dortmund and Cotano woman some match to omo pomomo so your training and some more just some chrome and sana woman so a cost pay said your inter for a training our free alliance avena ni nyina no eno bia na Dortmund no se ho grass nom ensom are chasa gross nom ne nkwada na aka no wo som ayeye na ni Kokovac ase wotiri ye pass Barca for no aye favorite na DJ Kasa Barca aye favorite so anasa mamu refio ene Barca favorite se bia wo mom abehye anase mpomba qualify no mom Dortmund na omo so komu no wo mo yetima last season omo drew final aye Madrid ana show omo je aye sa trophy no ana the moment so Real Madrid on babo na obesham age title no I was so won aya osa time no mo 14 time wo mo je go 15 tonight say Madrid asho ahwensi na the all can you say Barca form our weakness so what do you say na our hands flick team no wo mo nim boba na fine kwese he na wo waya the coach na can you say Barca so team no nyina no omo ba bia omo tosini awo ho na wo bobo ho brutal na wo fa sa me ho bofufunya ana omo say one can chiro pia na obi on wo obi weakness e de obi anu ne kwakoko no ho ba bia bo ho a wo ka ajay na cheso team say akono no oncho say akatawyam wo bofa obrabo mo on say de no ensom ashishinta na dwene manager no say Barca team no ensom our weakness ensom our sa game ni mu a wo say Barca for no edrumi say wo mom abaje trouble won Wontumi nka bibia amfa Barca trouble ho na odiri e pass answer flick no obi a chesem obrano ho asente betumi aba say bia dwumaden na manager no be koso a won som abaye na game aba so de mensa kan nyina nse na aye goalkeeper vo jasni ano ana be start game no aba post no mo Jules Koundé and some aba ball Pau Kubansi and so be start any go maintenance anwa won som atumi ye training today no de mensa kan nyina nse bema and some aba bam Alejandro Balde ball Frank to the younger one Pedri aba ball Gavi and some other start Lamine Yamal fan position Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha woman some other best start game as well no and afei ana manager no kwa try to because owura ba ko bia ye fam sa Diatma Haman wonom ada tu twa sa time na coach no awo ba mo nche no na on take risk na nani bre pa ba so ba sa no emu anu wan say selection me ma Rafinha rest ebia Lami Yama bi ko benche na de ha mu coach no sa oye de oye bi awo ban ni bia mo so be chu bi a hye ni 82 on say no time of ban no na wonye try to ni rotation sambia o anu wo che Barca ba ko mi na Barca ti o Barca bete we no say 82 na su owura Haman say coach no atimu yeden an say na owo ban na class akanya mo nyina ye ani anka air class ko 5-2 ni cross sa no no ensom abaso wo kire na Jameson kan nyina no say Barca for no one last training session Bas on say Kebianka tactical ni na dena say the mubesia movie munya bona mo koba ni adene physical ni nyina no yes Hans Flick enra we focus more on mental and motivational side eja aye the physical and just the tactical side sebia bon ye be ni say aya ma wonya the intensity no yes many jana aye boys no o ma dream woduma and ebia motivation I was about mentally and ye can say motivation no and no manager no so tackle enra entomo mo ko training grounds na first 15 minutes omo yo mo pie ye wo mo nya news at the bar say manager no boss no kasa also mo jiro dim komo yes onomo kasa aye close to 45 minutes yes we be game against Atletico Okaya me be two just one boys no kasa na ye close to 1 hour and na me kasa no when you some aye moment coach na ye first flick and Barca and kwata no and some that dim komo and our training ground so we mo kasa for 45 minutes and no aye said you be bowran kwada na dreamo ama one mo be tia say match no and yen kwada match every 2 no complacency afei ye nya chances 10 ye she 10 masa mon mama ya ana woyo bia ne nteno san komo no nyina no enso mako so a and also aye update be na ro pe no ye de am ye chofa afei ma me bobo kwa for sa Inter Milan enwa onum sa Lautaro Martinez ye kwa no ade mo ana Lautaro ego no say adena ko 7 goals our 10 matches our this season aye UEFA Champions League no mo wo kai e ma bi atwam Samuel Eto'o say Lautaro aye just a goal shy away from some obey kwale aye Eto'o ensom record no next the next game e wo mo fie no akabasa Lautaro essential goaler next wo equal 2010 wa brana Inter for ensom aye trouble no Eto'o as a record na Jaminya no nyina no say wabra yeka aye 2010 Inter trouble asemono wonu say na omo win 5 matches atwa so our Champions League ni mo yeso deti at the comeback now for the last time Inter Milan win 5 games atwa so and the Champions League aye 209 210 no ana Jose adomo ya trouble today yeso Inter for no so say ato we ya Barca ni mo abodabia mo kana ye be ko ye be je no Inter for so say wo mu nam komu so mba ba je no sa anu say trouble asema ye kan no wo mu da so league ni mu wo mo da so Super Copa de España no ayo ni aka sa Copa Italia wo mo semi final ana mo da so wode ye fa Champions League ni mu to mo fu say and ye 2010 dia na bia no ana esa back Chesana Jameson kan nyina no enso mo sa anwa Inter wo mo be the first team Chesana mo field day 4 players omo nyina no fie no enso aye 35 and ye kire Francesco Acerbi Jan Soma Matteo Damian ana Herek Mkhitaryan ebisi da omo ababe etima womo the highest average age our quarter finals ni mo and for the first time no womo ana for the players amakuma ko 4 ate so mo fie no aye 35 years or more so still now no womo da so aye adwumade afa shark mame goalkeeper Jan Soma wey aye fofo yentie Jan Soma se no anioma ne nkoma mu die and said na wo so mu rasa match ni mo afai return leg gaba ko so San Siro yentie Inter Milan goalkeeper Jan Soma
because we knew that when they're doing the pressing there are some situations and I'm really happy with this one.
You think it's a done deal? You think you halfway there?
Of course not. Halfway, yeah. But you have a second game. You know how it is.
I know what it's like. I also know what it's like to go to San Siro in the quarterfinal.
Of course,
against the Inter. So
it will be a good game. It will be a good ambience in our stadium. But yeah, it's still hard work to go through this quarterfinal. That's our goal, because we knew that when they're doing the pressing, there are some situations we have to
pass our Emirates Stadium at Shadrach. The Canada Emirates say Anopa a sports bite Mekai say yes Arsenal for say light show Ebekoso just ya betna see no and some sports buffet and one of Pasia and I make catch us say light show no one say pyrotechnics and just a fire flares and just a dadu kono dia to so be no fa no mama I just want to show in here can say I pyrotechnics ni no and some juma enwa na enwa mo man on san o hwed we kra na say ayakumo so the other video no ka ho ma wa wo say enwa na ejamo and some bunch lighting show across so one banners ameka wasam cho enwa e bi ana chese bo anim atenten so no wo hwe aye red o mo de aye chese white no and some atwere amacha sanyo manu no and some across so enwa ye day update ama ye cho for enano pay and some our show no enwa wo mo we game latest amenya no say Real Madrid players no you see UEFA for sabe fair boys be say omo mandatory aye UEFA doping test now obi alusu match me say wono o say ba be fair show in the lighting show in the ana shaka dey about no Emirates there you see a BC da acha say me kwa me share dan tenem pani some say Arsenal e game on say you know Premier League clubs no wo mo ntanya ne o be say wo mo no Italy for France no and chese bia Germany na bia baby say Spain no na bia Turkey no ana mo tai na baby say eno ajo masa Arsenal for no mini crofo acha sampa no wonder say no mo yo mo wadwuma tanwa wo bia luzu 3-0 na be franco na sa wo mo me doping test afei fa omo team bus arrival emamie wo mo kodru aye Madrid anajo na amachia wo mo kodru anajo no aso bia bus ni we aye moment say bia wo Facebook no ana sam no TV o hwani a ye kan say YouTube we ye moment Real Madrid omo team bus akwakodru ahomachi na omo kodru no man twentwa so kwa we na otuni ka akọ ansam BMW cars no omo na supply enkwada ne cars nti we ko wan ye atesam as a finish sen ye ana omo mi an phone so to front obi and some driving no anchi beba Ancelotti na atesam ame no and some up front and yate and to boys no na ko one after the other one by one atesam omo ye aye de won sam ni nyina no and some ma ye to for and anopai and some I was showing to by now there and so munya long night and nano kwabasa wo daka krabia no woni ate na dia sa twa fai mam ya according to supercomputer Opta for say yeah draw na I was a Real Madrid and a favorite so be qualify and according to Opta one tournament prediction as of enwa yeah kasai at the benay one say chances I was Arsenal ever call the semi-finals and ejina 96% chances adama bobo kwafans Real Madrid abaya 4% Madrid supporters say and 4% 96% faith and a 4% chance o match Argentina one chances I just 4% and no ana wo hwabie and some I was so interdiano and some abegina 82.4 and abamuchin I was 17.6 so almost about qualify based on enra one games and some Barcelona pay no yeah the update and some adeba na German can say Real Madrid I started planning na me yad ma return leg next week Wednesday and some other conso Santiago Bernabeu 1 and you can say we train me mebe catch us stadium no roof no one be kataso and ya conk number 1 and odie em say Tuesday na adwena no makataso wo mo to be for but to inside that mabe o medro bia em say Tuesday na adwena no mo kataso mo kriso na yesi roof no wo me kataso afai ultras say the debi o mo ya the tradition goes on na fa white handkerchief na fa white muffler oba all the Arsenal fan want to pyrotechnics akese ni bi esa samo be soja no de kumo asem ne aba bekai enti sa bus na bus stadium a mom ebe hia tim no bus ensom awo kwan mu mo be gidwo mo so support boys no sense we your moment a wo mo hia supporters ne mo enya free and also bia mo tesukoko ensom amateur players nti ani ma on the day won ba mo se Arsenal for ni ma mamo mana mo ba ma aye hono aye te say sabi bonsam jam ensom amatim no na dwomo kan nyina no say Arsenal team bus no abeje atete kakra awo kwan ya miamia sa miao kakrabina ya chese ya squeeze akrabia players no crab go Wontumi mo born also mo bono one omo hotel anyame ya doma Arsenal ebe kwakoda homache knockout ebe tutu time pom ni nyina na aye nyoma Jameson kan sa supporters na sha say womo som planning tina come back ebe adwuma and as a come back anya adwuma no pay yama video and just Vinicius say yes of course Mbappe asa and amobaya ama juru kwado no so be ka bia na adema Rodrigo mo nyina de bi eso so na na for so wa sensio one de osem afi no mu hia supporters ne pa nyam ya ma next midweek I was mo baye mo bana mo be support aye team no just on a day no I was saying you some aye kama na mom team ye yentene mpani some that Real Madrid abo first leg aye knockout away lose 3-0 abaya come back and some fie tienie interview for the first time ebc Real Madrid for no so say woman the last time English opponent also free manasempo woman come on first leg game our England woman qualify fear etwa so ekoje aye tournament no trophy no and somebody see omona so na tie the Real Madrid TV okay Real Madrid no TV no say Arsenal for some mutia muntia ye 90 minutes our Santiago Bernabeu aye too long best ane tishuku ache se mutwe na omo say it's time to remember that a brother so say mo so mo be carry asha mutirim sa 90 minutes Bernabeu no and some our pana don't can say ade can say come back our Madrid DNM mo ya na Arsenal qualify Arsenal wo mutimi nya kotola balani adini gina no wo mo jani mo come back na ye de wo into adenu wo mo jani mo na message back so nie yes message from Real Madrid inside and say and I was so support aye team no na omo dwen aye come back ho into the campus coach Ancelotti Mamekala Ancelotti and you busa manager no so pani say obi ase ebi dasa mo be kwa we akwa consider 3 goals our Bramanche goal na mo baba na mo ntimi qualify okay say Lewandowski time of Dortmund our shell 4 bi no Madrid shell back o and be say come back radio man shell bi kura and say u base on annual game dia we be kasa Madrid any chance na mo no wo bi anim adibia also mo ye area come back bi on be ya bo game our Santiago Bernabeu na die wo bi ani gidi our Real Madrid omunumu na dobeso kan say ayo mu fie bibia so betimi yesi on come back yentie manager Carlo Ancelotti.
There is no possibility, but football is changed. I never expected, no one expected that Rice scored 2 goals on set pieces and he scored 2 goals on set pieces tonight. So football, everything can happen. We have to believe, we need to have trust, because sometimes, a lot of time in Bernabeu happened. If you look at the game tonight, there is no possibility, but football is changed. I never expected, no one expected that Rice scored 2 goals on set pieces and he scored 2 goals on set pieces tonight. So football, everything can happen. We have to believe, we need to have trust, because sometimes, a lot of time in Bernabeu happened. If you look at the game tonight, there is no possibility, but
manager fans Ancelotti Carlo and I'll tell you did accepts Emma Tubu Sasabia come back juma ya wujina eno match na so ya obeka dabi na mum ene football no asesa na mum refi because a lot of times you know we might come back out the same stadium ya can Santiago Bernabeu tine no bibia so betimi asi na so be catch us and Kenua declare Rice and ball 339 matches our bra on free kick edda and we be free kick anya bako we be mienu anya se bia gombi bako di can bend the ball kele ball na one who say na dem ya to sumienu masa akuram pa akuram to kurom no obi ka san ka ban be ya san ka munjini be nei akura no eye enti bibia betumi yesi anu mu busa Jude Bellingham mam Jude ya busa Jude anso so pani anya bia na manfo se difficult because ensida Real Madrid be consider 3 goals away one man shebi 3-0 na mo ba kwa qualify anya bia na Madrid sena return game no and so be se akono de o say chese mo be nya bibi suro nko bibi a down so chese bibi a yenten penny samda and son of Real Madrid a qualify yentia Jude.
Even Real Madrid have never done is come from 3 goals down after the first leg in Europe.
You never know. You never know. Obviously, the performance was nowhere near good enough, but I can't come out after a game and say we're going to give up. That's not. It's not in the nature of the club. It's not in the nature of in the mentality that they instill in you at this club. So 90 more minutes at home to pull something out the back. Yeah, no, it's a chance, of course, but. You know, in these games you need to create more because, you know, everyone's at their best level. The goalie's made a great save and, you know, very rarely do you come to a place like this, score 1 goal or have one chance, score it and go through and take a lead back to home. So, just didn't do enough. Got to the final third multiple times in what looked like to be good areas. They reacted really well on the transition and we didn't really do enough with the ball to threaten. Like you said, we had a couple of moments, but in a night like this, it's not good enough.
Yes, and no, I am some Real Madrid. I could have found say Jude Bellingham. Now to say you didn't accept Emma. Say you may have Cosono. Yes, so Drew Madrid. I don't want coming in say the attack kind of crisis. And one more say and no, I shall say when a major crisis at there. One more last game. Omdi Kabo say the last 3 matches are Real Madrid against a Real Sociedad in Kunumdiama. Ebiam against Boboku. I'm born and now against Valencia and also in Kunumdiama and one at Joe in Kunumdiama. Jomo can say manager Fans Ancelotti na yeso do Brazil ama CBF no aye Brazil Football Confederation for no wo mo diri say wait there aye more than ever coach na ye fan Ancelotti ababa by June adaya wo mo say na ye ba pam no wo mo te ana when I catch mom say na ensentwani ba ku bia fan sa Paco Gonzalez wonom aye adwuma de makop o say before any game will be on a source our Madrid I catch one say Madrid and Xabi Alonso every it is all time follow me story anano me be ya me catch on say couple kai me can say Madrid for train Alonso the obeka no pre-match am on the press conference of Bomu Busan so penny na obetra na so be ko say ontimi nka na no na say last year by this time okay so be stay it wey dey bibie no wo kan na chesa silence means consent na chesa mpa ba continue say Madrid according to some training no was sources say Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso woman wie na ayesama and about around baba start in dwumadie Ancelotti edeko na Ancelotti kwa so anya ntem ama Brazil for na woman mu a wa adwuma no kwa ba hwere no because woman to me trying enche eno ensom ayese de sita wa brana no pay no ye the update ba onum so coach na ye fan Mikel Arteta say one Pep Guardiola ekasai ansana enra wo mo ko bo no say wase edin ko na mu dia no say wase on Pep ekasa on one kasa no na eka ne say on for phone and for Pep no on Pep enkasa no say wo mo dum komani na wo project Arsenal wase ni Pep akọ na ni age chess aye ne fe on so obu won ma kapo o koso ana na shikra ne tan kra benan Pep Guardiola eye ni Pep akọ ni ma Arsenal eye ni nyina no na ni age e dia ma Arteta ne fe se Arsenal ensom monte aye challenger akoye etwani coach ni kasa e din komo pi na mo no aye important say obesua dia from the best otutum some manager fan say Pep no ensom the best and watch it the Arteta kan our Spanish mo say Pep no oye intelligent person and then watch it chase the tell say ono kwa no wo benya Pep ana na ya adwuma woni Pep aye adwuma no osuo ni ma pi ensom afri no Kabi ansani about Benebo will be answer Madrid or minimum crime mao yinti Arteta enwa after the game
convinced and we had the trust that we could do it because we've done it for now big periods against the best opposition that you can face in football for 2 years, and if you can do that you can do it on the day, and especially with our crowds at that level, I think elevates the level of the team, and we have managed to beat them. You have to continue to make steps, and tonight we have one in the right direction for sure, and now it's half time, and now we have to go to the Bernabeu. We're going to have to elevate the level again to be the team that we want to be there and to prepare the game to win it.
pass Beneba Walker, a Champions League, a back was some history. Now, just as Santiago Benebo, I can Wontumi Modi Cranny, a stadium, the Elephants in Derby, and ye. Now, Mammy free kick now because me say 339 games. I say, Anna, I declare rice, Asha, I free kick. Me and what dear, not just what to say, Bessie, and what come about Pamani Jana Crass, one shall free kick, be at Achapa, and to a body free kick, you know, seriously back or bang the boy, Takana so a Kelly, Ray, Beckham, Moody, and Bakuya, Roberto Carlos Massa, Roberto Carlos, no for me, a Jeffrey Cama Brazil, Rasa Madrid, no, quite 10 is at PS1 or Botre, but the number 2, Rivado, no, Rivado, no, Ronaldo, and Abu and Momasa, we have promotion to know, but pa, and it's just a Kela, and oh, and right there, right, so you are Tenekao, when you are Tenekano, was your Juma pa, not my coach on player of free. Camera, one also Bosch ever post match now for your coach. I have found Michaela Tata.
The last few months, we haven't scored a direct free kick since September 2021, Burnley away, Martin Odegaard. So it's been a long time. So to score 2 goals in 12 minutes of that magnitude, of that quality from the same player, a player that has never scored a free kick before in his career, I mean, what are the odds? But he's done it tonight, and I'm a big believer. I think the crowd played something with the energy that they put in, and it helped us massively to win the game. We have talked in the last few months. We haven't scored a direct free kick since September 2021, Burnley away, Martin Odegaard. So it's been a long time. So to score 2 goals in 12 minutes of that magnitude, of that quality from the same player, a player that has never scored a free kick before in his career, I mean, what are the odds? But he's done it tonight, and I'm a big believer. I think the crowd played something with the energy.
The Champions League. The last time Arsenal won the final of the Champions League, 2006, Real Madrid won the quarter final of the Champions League. Real Madrid. And Miriam say, Messi Munich ya I won the final. Nottingham Forest edge on the first Champions League. Munich. Dortmund edge on the first Champions League. Munich. Chelsea joined the first Champions League. Munich. Fancy. The way Arsenal so defensive duties and abilities, they might not be extravagant in scoring, but Arsenal can defend, get away, and find themselves into the final. Let's not doubt it. As I say, we are disrespecting Arsenal. Meaning some Madrid fans and oh, I know Madrid they will be a champions and we a favorite. But more fans say, if you don't become humble in this situation, something else might happen to you.
Since the end of the year, usually attackers say, oh, what utility? What one of the Madrid. Madrid, Vinicius and Mbappe. No, they are more poisonous. They are power forward, but the defense is shallow. But Arsenal, defense midfield no, tight. Shadow can release it on the tight, but attack no. Na asmi making it ni yaw. Say Arsenal timisha 3 goals to 0. Omo Madrid the free Champions League.
Say Arsenal timisha 3 goals and
Mom Paulson
3 goals and answered.
Omo Madrid the free game. 3-1 Madrid assume because game you Korean Benebao
and we pa on shot 3-0 but 3-1 there
we film
na o shot 2-0 so
who said Dominic Kaka
gumi so say me na mama wan you board I'm one cancer Subianka by now. I was anki a swap. I don't know. Still not try a swap. I don't know. So one your board one could try. Ebi try.
Yeah, always a
Mizana where Stevens was Steve was Steve said be a fine.
A pimpling pin. We need to go to we will pimpling pin. Oh, for the catcher, I'm a boof. I'm a boof.
They live up with the commas.
I said, boof, pimpling
Won't you be share and rat games anymore? I really not fear Baba share and a dear monafia, Brennan Swanny Abbafia because an idea there foreign a bed dominating Kakras. I was saying, T. Minimum 1 AD baton or whenever.
The Champions League, Yakuye, dear, Asiana, Yedefa, and then run on question we say on the best time. Yeah. Oh, no, say. Adwuma ye nyina ye njintum ya na ehu kakra wum adwuma ye ya na hu kakra wo na me ka kire wo say ope coach our breath from enana dwono ba be si ba bia game no be koso a Carlo Ancelotti
okay
based on the permutations awoye me sa so ka kire wo say enema me kwan na me nkasa as coach and a journalist. Journalist no means me Madrid there oh Madrid there a 10 minutes oh Madrid there. That will all be down to Madrid mentality, who the club has been over the course of time. But me kasa as coach there, na me the fans e beton chain. Na me de me ho akwa Real Madrid dressing room ho. Na ma fro stage na ye wom at this level of the competition, you know. Na me de din komo. So na me busa say Madrid backline no ebe say ebe comprise of wine and tia say be ne be koso. Na me budget mu say yaw Madrid dey go away there and the Madrid be concede. But the problem kakra ne say in the last 6-7 games na Arsenal so koko room no na on shamru 2 goals. Na 2 na wa shero sheba ko tia Fulham o concede baako. O she 2 edit ya PSV o concede 2. It is Arsenal kra no yaw o she 2 a o concede bi. Na de akara koye 1-1 wahun dia nkomana Manchester 1 Chelsea 1 sana na nkomana kwakoye na okay Madrid da form na obetia na soso na ahode na obetia na soso na ahode ni nim papa ene na chese yawo o ko ka free goals no pa no a nyame so no kre untimi ko so direct sa na the game rekoye no it was so beautiful. Madrid yeah it's a omode a free game man no they had absolutely nothing to do in the game no cost no na me hwe game ne din na me say Madrid first of all before me run game no yeah we are starting communicate ma me discussing individuals be you can goalkeeping all said the other day na me ne work asa na me ka say emfa ho ne level a obafru bia no just another level above you. Okay. Especially in terms of BB, performance. Goalkeeping now. Yani who Benjamin Asare. Oh, go near. No. Can you have confidence now? The Benjamin Asare Real Champions League. Yeah, but Bolulina Baswa. Shasa Kotwa se to the call. Ancelotti dia.
To move final.
Straight. Na kotwa more game grama ye hu ba no about training grounds am over there some Madrid for no say kotwa aba and that wait me ada they believed said the next stage no mo be ball no say kotwa gina ho dia enye
loni na assembly
because in terms of performance they are not bench no you are not impacting on the all performance no in terms of performance say kotwa to bench na loni da mu a I'm telling you, Sekotwa, you never call no say go and do your best. No muna need body action you be biano. In your so our crown or domino so. So a big boy. He's an achiever. What training grounds are ba? I'm a boy singing didn't come on. I'm a man who say I'm keep away the person or start the game. Yeah, so could Lunina. What we are backing by because it's a big game. And now would Tiboko Twaye. Hey.
and no, like on numerous occasions means me kind or save Real Madrid big time.
Kotwa was goalkeeping a country, Kotwa Osimu Iabe.
Oh, such a mo Chelsea me didn't call on Atletico cross or ball about 2 seasons. Back call Madrid how many years now?
Obo Kotwa won she just say Obobaru pra. But said you can say out of form no dear Kotwa been tono. You can keep a be out of form. Akrabia by Tuno. Yeah, Kotwa only go post to no now or suspension and now injury in a free game. The performance for Real Madrid Rano. Like a Real Madrid echo near those days of Pepe ni Varane Jiro Sunibia. And one can be the power. Wow. Kebesha game of our lives.
Because what question me Madrid said no more central defense by wine.
I know that it was a problem. It was a problem. It's no me say Arsenal for number 9 be or natural finish at so Simon. And a da anymore man cannot come Madrid defense no. But your fanka and Kasim football mo.
Yes.
And until my boko to abaso na the performance na or see or the man and Madrid for no. Me dey see one more. Expertise. I mean, look at the standard we be off for the game na fro. Or was so top of the top say can say. only 2-3 keepers are he organizes in terms of individual attributes as a goalkeeper. He has everything. Now set pieces before now Arsenal for no back game no man kasa. Who say na Courtois no or dominating the goalkeeper's kingdom ho. Ketua na kasa no. Or the one na dominate. Meba Courtois baso. Another player individually meba na baso game no Thomas Partey.
Bobo no pa.
Thomas Partey bobo no pa. Thomas Partey bobo. But be na Partey wa asem kakran say the first 15 minutes of Arsenal control no dominance no. Na ye Thomas Partey na key ni kura no. Into the first 30 minutes, every shot on target, no, any of the Arsenal front three, no. Now Thomas Partey on a shot no ba. Now Thomas Partey when you DM, or Drew baby I can see CDM, central defensive midfield. Don't do one over the base of the midfield. But the game near qua. A man see quite say obetimi a progressive ball no the economy.
Okay.
You have Busquets, I will jab on the coin just behind Xavi Iniesta. No, I can't hold. Hardly do you see Busquets in the final third. On a caliber 2 or no plus somebody. But Thomas Partey dear baby o do no. Uyi back three or hobby a 3-4-3 no.
Okay.
Attack never kono. Say 5-man attacker. Sa Thomas I can say 5 for no. Your friend CDM. Etinwa ni ro na wo bono. Manager Arteta, God blessed Arteta in 2 different regards. Me catch you say Arsenal for dominating on the ball.
Yes.
No more Madrid for them to have control. It's time now. One in open play will be a bit more control, a bit dictated tempo of the game. Yeah, so you cast a tempo of the game. I want to say
be a game to be who and I say bedroom no.
You create Thomas Partey. I say me American. He is not the scheme. I'll come to the scheme. Scheme no you open play the scheme no one on a chess enquire it will be a funny schemer but set pieces Mikel Arteta told us say he had 2 people at Ukraine scheme no it's Thomas Partey open play so Shadrack video na ready maka any Ghana the NC ni whenever team no build their Madrid so no Thomas Partey no ka ho it will so check here the boy ne kon chen na ban finfin Thomas Partey. No. He gave us a lot of control on the ball, and then on set pieces, Declan Rice, one thing about this Champions League, I want here I won't share on say, 11 players, and on duty on that day. A bimba duty, a bimba off duty. And I never heard you a Madrid game no more now.
Derby.
I did Penya. Now Madrid line up on moye no under normal circumstance o shall line up no pa na Ancelotti one and nyina ready injuries into no hwento na enipa ba miensa or 9 ya omo positions no nkanya ho na ebi hu Camavinga in midfield Madrid be bia ya set ake hu Camavinga wo finfi onra Valverde at right back Madrid ho so omo a eke hu Valverde right ko Madrid be finfi ho and then one of Alaba or Rudiger on the bench no game no but necessary no Madrid ye bibi to say oh you too quiet 10 ya can na ye bibi but as a next town no I've organized bi wani mu ho ya kekan ho ebetimi akokoto no yaw kukuru na yi tie keto ba akoto say moto tie no na de ahye ho na ye de kwa na de akosi ani ye kɔ na ye koduro ya duru ya nuru so a and now Madrid share Arsenal this would have been very unjust to football.
Say Madrid a winning game no Emirates Enra. Football and kind of great. It
would have been very unjust to football. Arsenal did 2 different things. Hold down Real Madrid in the first half and move back second half. No set pieces before no Declan ever bought 2 national area no. Madrid they try Arsenal about 4 times. My records. I was thinking say in the area into money set pieces pet be obet my body na too. Because no much you counter be about no before set pieces and right now man for sure corners so people are thinking about corners and coincidentally Madrid had been conceding from set pieces in the last 8 games about 4 set pieces
and one make say me presentation kai say pictures crowd Madrid for the buy the marshal actress say omo say abrebia Arsenal e be corner piano or do omo ye no the pressure to goalkeeper so it means said the work as set pieces and your corner and kwana say preparation in akokoye say be a corner kick and I say be a free kick no crown
floating ball yes
said the Nicolas Jova catch
so on floating ball
now say yes Saka mum na kaje so on go for glory no
no more bokona ni bia Madrid kotoa beyi o mapem bia pie so we beto ho no this was when the conversation all started who no cause ha say who waste vocal say me off camera but I'll tell you no I say up players are omuyom who pie searchable because when you rehearsed and ye ho plans or training grounds ahaya ne fa plans no ahaya ne fa plans no but you know there was a coach on the touchline so I know ye cross that cross no na bar so dia enka Odegaard and bebo because that would have been a left in swinger.
Okay.
Nakaya pem. I show TV no. On show the nsane no. And to the cross.
Oh na no cross. Those all can't cross. I don't know what treat him on.
Yes. It was for one bia muma omono pem. And the place now field no so ya so den say there be upon yam pem. Ama pem oni nyina mo pem. Yeah, call direct. Precision and power. And the way game no demand Arsenal for. Look, it do say individual brilliance. This is the stage. So you who pay. Thomas Partey declares. Omokata Odegaard ne absence no sonra. Omokata ne absence no so enra. And we keep saying say you can have as chunk as many goals or chances from open play. But say what to me ye BB. Now this is Thomas Partey the America sano. Look at where Thomas Partey is. Positionally on finfion.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. But because of person born no ojina at the community about drop your kwa support it. The role and the function changes. The role no positionally there and then all drop your actually no. Now he becomes the ball progressor. Where a DM role no what. When you know the game no matter. Now every send video ni delay kakra nti man ka Thomas Zeno but baby adu no ma men fa enko so on the side of Arsenal yen na men call the bind game so no defensive depth any progress Arsenal yo defensive depth what's all the season no you blame Mikel Arteta say or attack away or strikers away
striker
Sterling no striker but Mikel Arteta had other means. And no crowd before on upon me buy and me catch say yeah what follow Arsenal training no
the be obe start
yes and I will so bit me say I'm so okay with my time kakra me buy them catch us about Kivio
yeah okay
no the timber abutu on sacrifice Partey on fifi da because a lot on here
to no make us Partey the all money motu
yes you also
say Vinicius ebe
hanu mirika
yeah
and now what Partey strength passing and controlling the game centrally. And telling how they go to her. Now the Jorginho about Vinfield. So defensive depth and and the Arsenal a tram hold it. Now buying game no. One say a coaching and you need this work. You learn as you go. Maybe level your division 2. Premier na dey pressure ni me so ntina me yakwan steady o mo no. Na maka coaches no. But division 2 pressure na dey bi o me so. Company no. Our financial structure or organizational structure or the quality on the field now our striker Hurricane I won't pay. Look, Man City game now Umama Mush a born a debut Man City no. Okay, you man Haaland no. Haaland movement and Umama Mush kofa born okay. Yeah, me catch you say the synergy between two strikers ebeko in a long way to the betterment of the team as a whole. Attackers ni no omo friendship. And no better legacy the ama team no as in one individually be do by the amount in term for MNS am for BBC am for Dwight York and the co-partnership even though that partnership no is long gone am for Xavi Busquets in Iniesta partnership it works a lot and my team ebe sustain it. Look before na ball no ba turn it no you saw the job wa Marcus Thuram or Yedema Martinez
of flicky born a bench.
Now talk about Mamouche and Haaland or no a French ever.
Only Miss Oba. No chair, first. Martinez, dear. Almost a Fabon film. It won't say. Aquari dear, men, baby, you drew a damn mental synergy. Your friend mental synergy. What would team? Yeah, wouldn't know. They been a pack Jinsu, Rooney, and Ronaldo Monomoyer. Jinsu Park Motan. What's the mental synergy tree? Cowboy here for. Whoa, I dream of Koshia as a day. Omumi will be our son. I dream Bluetooth. What was that? Lautera son. I dream Bluetooth. Anna. Turamos was on Bluetooth.
Yes, fancy ma yenche tifo. Na eme se anoma oche odua so ojebo. aha na eto de bia efutu nsacha ni pagin sorry 20
Wontumi 101.3 Nyaminsa
hey fancy share it is far from being over
okay
from this context Benim say Arsenal lead by 3 goals to 0 but I have another idea about the entire Mesumiji 2 years Real Madrid intimi overturning this 3-goal results. But Champions League in this year competition intimi separate its history. And no can be a fast war a union may be a declare no intimi phantom chain. The Champions League is unpredictable when it comes to its results. But it is predictable when it comes to its history and line of success. Unpredictable in results in the ESA. And I know be any now so say Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0.
Pose goals no crab
in you see. It will be nice results no. But you bet me catch us baby Real Madrid na me Real Madrid beat me Champions League. You be na Real Madrid na day. You bet me catch us baby Inter man mam ha no but final no. You be na Inter Milan way.
Okay.
It is no Champions League no. Clubs are preventing Real Madrid from scoring in the Champions League no against them no Arsenal can't be because in 2006 Real Madrid share a single goal and to Arsenal. First leg goalless, second leg 1-0. Arsenal the Koyoko the final of the Champions League. Football what the car can be a first way the trial. Meneka Samani eka before this particular game no. Out of the 3 new winners no imagine emu every the English Premier League. Nottingham Forest and Chelsea. Dortmund be in Fifi in 96-97. In the last 4 editions of the Champions League, you resume because COVID time near Bono. We are on a double leg affair. You're on 1 leg. And no money now campaign baby. That was in 2019-2020. When I didn't be Real Madrid the free my uncle final and uncle Champions League in first in NATO. 21 one the Champions League.
Chelsea for.
What's your wine?
Madrid.
The road no meboa. 21-22 na Madrid be day. Ebeje. 22-23
City for the
City share wine.
Madrid.
Omuko final no manko.
Okay.
Ana Madrid that's a be day.
Now.
Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, omu free
England.
Ade no.
Ato.
Baby ade ne nam no. Mikel Arteta ena ebi oba bete abana Asevenga edua se form na wa bre ho asem we efida dem man ko be kaya makida say ni pro betima Champions League ne dia ma Arsenal Mikel Arteta. No fida the Mike Bekaya achapa be 2 years ago. Because nipa obe Champions League na ma Arsenal no ebe Mikel Arteta. Fancy the game was done. Game no say omo born 3 hours Real Madrid intimi Arsenal.
From there you no there. There be.
Shade Sharak betimi the omo average positions na to screen so amaya. Enyoma me ensa we. 1 midfield dominance. 2 pressing of Arsenal team no and exploiting the weaknesses, which is the 3rd one of Real Madrid no. Shadia on your screen Arsenal are more with a high line where when Arsenal has the ball no check it out 3-2-5 3 no Julian Timber, William Saliba and Jacob Kivior, then 2 near Thomas Partey. Any Lewis Kelly or no midfield.
Yes, to say a Indian and she no as a invert it.
It's because
Mike
across Europe top 5 leagues, Omumi and no top 2 for most ground duels won. Partner number 1, top 5 leagues ni na. Ground duels, born that form near Brentford, Jeffrey no. Partner number 1, Miles Lewis Kelly number 2.
Wow.
So that is how it is.
And by fluke. Odegaard, make us about the right half space. Odegaard, Saka, Mikel Merino, Obe drop a false 9. Declan Rice, Gabriel Martinelli. Mikel Arteta assistant coach ono. Adeba no mo ya de wo ho pan Kevin De Bruyne air drop into the right half space. Most of the time Kevin De Bruyne combined with Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez on the left half space, right half space most of the time to exploit opponent and cast on left backs. But we know Arteta have one particular option in the terms of exploiting the right half space. And now Oteki another one by exploiting Real Madrid so and also more Arsenal and cast on left half space one. And how much did Declan Rice got to? It is the combination of Gabriel Martinelli and Declan Rice. And offer there 1 pace, 2 aggression. Samuel Mamienu no Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. And offer on your Mamienu 1v1 situations, dribbling abilities, or 2 technical quality. Finding the small spaces. It is Odegaard or Tafre ball no that side brutal. It is most of the time not combining with Bukayo Saka across number beam. And they were not also playing with a high line. Real Madrid attackers and they running in behind the defensive lines. Now off the ball, Arsenal were 4-4-2. 4-4-2 no. I am defending now. Omo mid and low block no. Real Madrid players no. And Timmy Mobo into a match no. Mudrimika kofa. Quite now. So the few of chances Real Madrid na killing Mbappe na ba kubia. On the Raya. Edemano no. Omo run back. But at the back, Arsenal out of possession. So omo control Real Madrid baby omo fa ball nko. So hit map no. Arsenal na red na Real Madrid dey blue. What you say Arsenal in 15 one you know Real Madrid opportunity to even play.
So no one more case say Arsenal person mo charge so mo control in 15. So I say omo janchanchen nko.
It's almost for say Real Madrid to go what wide. It's Real Madrid hit map no. Wow. Blue no wings on kwa. Wings on sunuru ono na wabenya Declan Rice. Skelly. No wabenya Julian Timber. Ono so no why Martin Odegaard party standing alone. Tactically, Omambo Madrid for no. We enye kasatin timbia. Adena Thomas step party here no enna e won fifi wono. Controlling the tempo of the game, calming down and making sure say Arsenal will get the best out of this game almost our career. The return leg, because so Benabao. Real Madrid remontada. Oh, it is good. I respect Real Madrid so much. You are the best club when it comes to this competition. More top there, Majije. But fancy, a mirror when you're remontada because born and Casano won't mean Arsenal for any more. But a man for Bear, Arsenal Kobo Harambo. Arsenal doesn't even need to defend to win against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Let's be honest with ourselves. No, Arsenal doesn't. Now Real Madrid, no one ever controlling Vivi Namomo.
Cruise Diana and Rebuka and Stella.
Also, there are certain games we on Real Madrid can go beyond that, use different ways and win the game. What's the matter? But Arsenal team we know, remember high line. They are dominating the game and possessing, but defend. But they are dominating you. Almost more high line. I won't teach you much because the team we in possession. Or about high line, or not the 3 minutes the day. But Arsenal for no, or more bono crown high line or more. I'm almost our 1v1 monsters when it comes to defending. Julian Timber no Tarifom Nantuno or so when you do channel. Louis Calvin Tarifom. On your own, our born after one, I dream can have a shen anymore, Debbie. And Thomas Templeton comes the game so calming game down. Just a moment, you bring a more piggy. Remember for a piggy, not Thomas Templeton, but no slow game down. Boko, no bonne pa. The problem of Real Madrid, football will really be unfair. Real Madrid qualified this round, no could or even the final. Football not fair.
Almost says so beats me I come back sir Madrid. The
last time Real Madrid here come back 3 goals a year by your country. Didn't see that. It was back in the 80s and 70s. Me kai say Dortmund show mo 4-1. Almost some by remontada. And no Ronaldo ne
almost a goal.
Ronaldo mo ne nanu come and qualify. Ronaldo Sergio Ramos mo ne kase. Omo ntimi. What was the last? And Busa one question said the last time Arsenal conceded 3+ goals to Ned Abain. a 2023-2024 season. I don't only looting down boy. And I have 4-3 asa. Number 2, Real Madrid won now, but then a chair pass Real Madrid and concede goal. We are Madrid fan. How you tell me? Bona mo bono. Okay. Dear pa na chere Real Madrid mun concede goal.
Say Madrid be Arsenal. 3 crack gidi obenebawa. Eye den atokuru dem mo be concede.
Say you should mun chere me Madrid supporters mun chere me dear pa na chere mun concede goal. Tell us. This is Kutua eba. Kutua makes me happy. I said okay, mine is also a point there. Say Kutua this is on the day no Kutua no. But Fonsi,
Kutua will prevent them from conceding.
By clean sheet,
very much possible. Kutua, I'll bet me prevent him. And
the clean sheet.
Game will cry on your folio. What's he had to stay?
Okay, me Rudiger.
Of a player, I'll bet me a stop here. Arsenal from scoring or Benaba, Kutua bet me.
But the issue is, in the last 9 games, I told us so. Remember, Mike and Memo Muhopu, 9 games at Real Madrid, they concede. First, you concede. Yeah, another 13. Real Madrid, your team, this season.
Minutes, I'm not my
Santiago Benaba, Juana is similar to what train, remember? Eh? Anyone at Dortmund coach 2 no. Eh? And then the same place in a suicidal coach 4 no. Valencia. Meboa. Mamu, you see this, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. Line kiti and a chair on the confidence say mijimi hudi akukudro no ho ana arrogance so yes one ma wabiti so
do hudi so yes
waso a men
ba me yes so am hudi
what you say waso a men confidence akwa yes metimi aye areshemu metimi aye ba arrogance ne chese ase adiwe kra de efo kra ma ya wie kra we de say enye problem bia so Santiago Bernabeu momento na ma sha ase me be hwe asna na she de
kra so we did no me qualify
hwe fancy you see me nyo bia me she ball already so me she so boss so ne but asem akope na metimi aka Chelsea Real Madrid fan no hwe me ba de bia futu nsatre nipa
because yeah draw na American okay starting can almost squad after so Muluzi Cruz later by so na Valverde to me ball na then the injuries na ama say Valverde ko tu na
we are say Kamavinga
oh yes what the red card
tell like no try na be ball na wan
that's a trauma in the baby because no is suspended
so
Modric na Chouameni
Modric na why
Chouameni
and no can be why and no can be man F no
wow Mike
Fancy me that say I think say football no you can so be a great woman and now it is mostly about moment no be on a big game moment decisive moment cement way so a player agina tumpre kope Endra was one of those moments for Declan Rice Arsenal for Tisika Kesi Ekoto ne ba no Endra game ne de oye wom no it was a clear demonstration say Arsenal fans na agina tumpre kope there have been several moments. ACN Negolo share for Chelsea against Arsenal. And my Chelsea fans begin to preoccupy. Tell Hori Kroya and Rayakobo game. And come on, Mudini na Arsenal Koshomo 1-0. Why na mo boni this work go no? Tell Henry. So Obia or moment or the announcing and who say truly he deserves. And it was a typical moment for Declan Rice and Ra. There was written in the stars. Where Yamfan Chimuna tactics no bo free kick ni se debi. Where sheer individual brilliance. And there is a certain enigmatic aspect of brilliance. That's obini madia. Ebu wakra wonti ase di nto ni madia ne sa. Akwa ye wabio it marvels you. Anameboa. Good. The only logical explanation you can give to the first free kick, you know, is Madrid wall no man 2 ye. 1, the number. Ne any person the wall if Shadrach could help us. May have many can do 5.
Okay.
Madrid wall no. First one no. O calculate here and do 5. 4. Good. Again, check it baby Mbappe ni baby Rodrigo Gina. What was poorly constructed, and again, oh yeah, war now. See a sit down here, you to all see a ma war ne bro dino, ana into a oh to all to the afapo no one ameboa. You mapo no, one etrapo ne extension. Do you get it?
That's what's
the reason Uzi one at Bob Bino Hushia. The reason I wear one is say, oh, I reshe Musa will keep ano ebefa 1/2 or be cover. And again, one also be cover the exterior of the other half. We want na kutwa ye no. O ma wall no any pole no. Or more dimensions ne share pepe.
And Mikey.
And oh yes, Anna, it gives player no bebo no an opportunity to strike and to take declarize or say. Or modina ho mudidi nkomo no. Originally the plan was the Nkiebe you cross their beam. But what didn't come on a Saka catch and say if he feels for it, he should go for it. They saw an opportunity. Some commercial one or moon said they be sending go for years to my head in the air. And no coincidence, rice elbow born a quiet FR war.
Baby, I'll say, even say, Omoto one crashed ye can say, trap on Ukraina. How Ukraina also one to me? Yeah. And the players, Arsenal guys, no, Obian and bit me a quan bonus.
They say a technique. Yes. Didn't you fail no so no major no money? I say he has that technique. Yeah. Saka maybe almost will be, but the Omrambe Bono it favored him more as a right-footed player. Yes. But the construction of the human world, and the beer queen and it was any me body say met me as and I saying Lambo is no mobano. Technically, almost was rock a crowd. Regime chef Ricky go nan which or England national team and Ameboa is it not similar to this? Exactly. Enti a way no famicon or omunim. Until the only thing is the application. And the technique here is excellent. In this, I saw 2 versions of Declan Rice in the free kick no boy no. Second one is Semi Beckham ni Junino Pernambucan Modieno. And the first one is Roberto Carlos Modier. Yeah. Or Bobo ne Kwan Banana Star. To a back one is a Kwedu. And the second one is the direct placement or the Tosuro. This is pure individual brilliance. And when the carpet player a true dima say wo ba beka ekukudam ne ho ntineti ne bi wo about the transfer fee na we kroko fa ne mbaya enrad ye ne cemented that enrad here on read the man call what is every so almost in the statue or the man call na omoko here in starting it was a celebratory way for one of his goals na the man be say as a way no na ne nia be we no say a moment no a go ben no say was it not against man no was it Tottenham Omabo North London derby was go it is to showcase the mood sir when a iconic and declarize no a iconic in the history of Arsenal among the Champions League be that year, but they will always remember that favorite night at the Emirates where Madrid came to town. And they did not just beat Madrid, they beat them mercilessly. And you have to give it to them again. You see, Enra they told Madrid, no, it has always been coming. As same way you can't come say our time club. No, nobody hates Madrid, but we kept telling you, sir, the lack of balance in the team was always going to rise said when individual brilliance does not show up and cover up for you. Yes. Madrid only over dominated, but they will punish you at the moments you least expect. But this season, check it. Madrid will Leo. Game no obesho 1-0 Leo Sheno. Mebwa. Good. AC Milan Madrid. Genesis Milan Sheno. Anamebwa. Madrid Liverpool. Again, check. Anytime you meet Madrid, and clearly, if you seize control of the game, now sounds so you're ruthless in terms of a finisher, you are able to deal with their threat. Madrid, Diano. What happened yesterday was an exposition of poor level of coaching and then individual brilliance not being able to cover up.
Yes, Ancelotti come home.
Well, Ancelotti coaching. Ancelotti is a fantastic coach, but his level of coaching has depth. Okay. At times, familiarity counted. Familiarity has to do with so they are into the Kobotu. Mame Fala Banshetre. Mayfield the Mame Famodrich in Beshim. Familiarity, what try mafa. Sadia, let's go with the same plan. No, yes, as well. You are predictable.
Okay.
Enra game, no. Arsenal's strength, or major strength, was in FIFA. Thomas Partey, boat boom. So we pay losing. He kept everything together. That wonderful ball. And if there was any demonstration of Partey, they not Bono or was Suruhobia. Enra game no show clearly. He is up there. So what about Rodri mo Bonwaya Partey or was a be a prana age neni nafa.
Yeah.
But he is up there in the football IQ no. And was Suruhobi. He deserves to be in such conversation. A baby of frintia. And he appeared at a time where blasters ninina and aso. But this guy has it. So now in fin one again. Madrid in fin no more parody. Modric, he's forgotten how to play and dominate games. And Modric in a normal contest is like an Iniesta. Iniesta and game say you control. Javi and Busquets.
Okay.
So the lack of balance in the Madrid midfield was always going to rear its head. Fancy. Bellingham, the younger version of dear Modric Bellingham. Kamavinga, minim the strength, minim. Now what they can say is it tackling? Is it passing? Madrid are tired show but a cover again. So 3 players now be bold, you know. Mamembo a different Frobion, Cruz, Casemiro, Modric, perfect balance. Casemiro will bring in the physicality. Toni Kroos will bring control and poise. Modric will bring the balance in between. Wontumi defend him, so he moves the ball very well in terms of progression and carrying. Some midfield na Madrid was his here, Davy. It was always going to be a problem. And against a credible opponent, they exposed you. The Madrid team, no, a lot of scrutiny. But I also believe proper coaching would not have made them that poor and raw. Ancelotti, he's in his last days.
So Ntinka Enra still Ancelotti beating
There is no way David Alaba starts a game of this intensity. Oh yes,
yes.
David Alaba saw the no game where oh yes, Musio. And Madrid team Enra no. They could have put up in a different shape. And it would have worked. Clearly, the coaching needs to improve. Maybe Ancelotti abroso. Then he needs to make way for another person. The level of coaching was Madrid no ever from, but Inter no muntie. A simple, a level of consistency and quality depth, and your squad depth to a quality depth. Yes. And wing backs no ball for Inter no. Among the sure starters. And there's a Dumfries no ball right wing back. And now I'm Mobi. Federico Di Marco the ball left wing back. Honestly, I'm Mobi. Carlos Augusto no be boy, and he assisted the final goal, played the part in the build up to the first goal of Moshe. Damian near the ball right wing back, and he's been there and done it for a consistent period. Pavard, Ebebo Echiri, Ashebi, Bastoni, why now with the neighbor? Yes, a level of consistency. So they have that chemistry amongst them. And he said, Marcos Thuram nim say, Lotao will follow up. The Omaya will train in minimum. Say Fratesi beba no bet ready obey na. It is because of a certain pattern of play. And the 2 games Nenrano, it gave us 2 different dimensions. Arsenal's individual brilliance turning around the game, and Inter's level of coaching improving over Bayern Munich to expose Omu inexperience. Bayern team Omu. They are a very good team, but you can't experience at this stage Omu from Omu goalkeeper, right from the goalkeeper to the striker. And that is how come. And the interesting thing is the occasion 2-1 no. On the chances of qualifying was sure saying the no share 3-0. OGD.
2 goals were away.
There be a way go. Inter share Bayern 2-1.
And it's a buying team in the Inter for the baby.
Good. Then Madrid near Arsenal there.
Arsenal.
I say
Arsenal. They call Mike.
Arsenal qualify.
But because they can comebacks are coming about. We've witnessed comebacks against Man City, against Chelsea, against Wembley. Yes,
you catch Champions League now. The champions, the les grandes equipos mebo a stage anything is possible. Anameboa, good. In the Champions League, nobody expected the great God from Rome descend and cause Barcelona heartache. See, they make a no Champions League, it doesn't follow the script. Tina me said you win it 2-1. No, it looks like on the chances of qualifying. I was sort saying they only win it 3-0.
Okay,
because Arsenal any chance. But Inter stand a brighter chance of making it than Arsenal, in my opinion, and it's because it's the Champions League. So again, one phase is over, but it doesn't mean the tie is completely over.
Whoa, Steve.
Fancy me that.
I know way.
Yeah.
The best few minutes ever in the games in the Mona next week.
I know me care about Inter Milan and making it to Allianz Arena and why they will not return with a defeat. And pinpoint is names Turam no will be integral in their quest on Bitimi and your winner. And the aura or share Simeone Inzaghi or exude with the club, and the fact that on share the PR when you talk of you making noise about a certain manager or blended the typical Italian star are flexible. So that is what now we'll come about the call from Italy and they possibly say Inter Milan Betty repeated something they did 15 years ago. But Newman said what they did back then and what they are doing now. Because during that time, you had Jose Mourinho. Now he had moved there to prove himself. In that same team, now Ubenya Diego Milito, who was instrumental en route to the final and then eventually picking up the trophy. So Inter, I will be beer because the vibe around the Italian league, now saying abafem kakra. So the attention is not there. But what they are doing, it needs some scrutiny. I was here share a the manager is working and the players equally are working. It's not easy. So bet me revive the careers of certain names. Into Henrik Mkhitaryan at some point now United for them pen anymore because the Nyoma will show at Borussia Dortmund. Now moving on to Manchester United. They felt said it wasn't the value they were expecting from the quality they were expecting from the money that Omo put out for Henrik Mkhitaryan. That is what they did. So Shadrach Bebuame on the stats for that game. And me catch you say statistics, it is say Obishe Bikini. And ahead of the game, it was say about 4 years, Obian Koshe or Moda. So we expected SG now, it was around 2.65 for Bayern Munich. And that of Inter Milan is 0.91. So me say stats not to say bikini, oko beach in a pool party now. But the real thing you will never see. The devil is in the details. You just be soaking in saliva and that. Now what stats now for that of Bayern Munich. But the reality is that the guys from Italy, it will be beer. You can Inter deserve to win, and we know Menyano. It was expected. So they will go and do it because against Bayern Munich, coached by Vincent Kompany, he's just fortunate to be in that seat because on no level I was also coaching Bayern Munich. He's not that guy for Bayern Munich, but that is the reality. When you're at Emirates, you see, discussing Real Madrid and matches in the UEFA Champions League. It's difficult for most pundits. Not because Doduana names football no bet me the other way around. But there's something about Real Madrid that discussing them becomes difficult.
Yes.
You see, the other time I was talking about why and how Liverpool lost 2 Champions League trophies, and the last one that they lost to Real Madrid, it was solely because of that man in post. That is Courtois. And it's difficult. So Courtois be putting up such a splendid performance. Now yet to concede 3 goals. And to go back to the game, sir, or yeah, explosive in post. Now check the score for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And intensity. So, Enra Ahaina na metina mkase. The history no any BBS surrounding competition. Arsenal any the pedigree in this competition. But so mbeti menya BBA free game where I yes when Oma taking siege of the midfield. And that is what they did. Fancy young kind of crunch down for married team no a dinner so but average players be room currently.
Yeah.
Players no they don't deserve to be at Real Madrid. Now Madrid they bought Champions League. Oh, bon name I say Eduardo Camavinga.
Nebo 6.
Oh, ni huo. Aye, back here about Ferland Mendy.
Yeah.
Chomeni.
No, to Frangas.
So when Mr. says it will be better for Real Madrid and Ancelotti to utilize Valverde, they'll be most efficient.
That was midfield.
Than say, Obe Gambo I didn't share the right back position because Nippon Obe operating from that wing for Arsenal. No? Ultimately, much of a threat. So Obe use it Arsenal no Obe Bia. Obe to me the best out of him. But Enra, it was a well-deserving tactical beating. Mikel Arteta she papa na ma. Unde Guardiola de year Fegina na otoa nensa ho so
2011 year.
And we be no de year no. They humbled them.
101.3.
They had rehearsed for the game. And to show BB Arsenal aya on the field now. Real Madrid started early minutes no. Omunya some openings be now also go.
Yes.
That was when subconsciously they felt that they can underrate the opponent because the chances will come. But Osha on a typical European night, now we're expecting Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. Now baby a Vini you want any impact in the game, no? I think this is Kebi on who Mama da gentleman uncle.
Vinicius.
Real Madrid will need a potent striker to say Lautaro Martinez.
Yes.
No Mama Mbappe all pretty from that wing.
Because Omubobi fat say na mo kan ya say na Michael come say familiarity here
because brilliance will cover up.
Yeah, bia Mbappe no atwene e twa na penalty bi and bia Jude bi so dem dey Man City no.
I know they were
game na nkasa pa no tumi say no they are not there.
I know there were a lot of highlights. So yeah, fan of the game. Oh yeah, Arsenal fan when Ibeji. And many Jamie the fact that Lewis Kelly did so well, and a youngster on yet taken by the stage, he played so well. Thomas Partey redefining position. Also, no, I'm catching say he plays more like a typical Spanish footballer. But Partey enya hype na Mike can was because Okobo team in Europe no consistently.
Yeah.
And Europe no club onuru baby I discuss mema no.
I was beginning kwane ka say wo people call time I road Dubai and for the first season or the call central defense now most of Ghanaians were like o call ale to go hu partner na so per Rodri on sa konfo no yes so me just an ko share
ni injury situation because team no beto mu no na your team a 7 years without Champions League football. I friend of my colleague Wontumi. So mobile first year na nko ye this season they are doing well. Inti se football no dey be hu ye dia UEFA Champions League. O team a obebo no so ekere. So Arsenal deserve that 3-0 victory no munya no. And the score could have been more if not for the same Courtois na ye bonidi. But take me to the free kick. My coach Bianco Gina said no communicate BB I'm a player and say on ye.
No so go so.
The man and can run or yaje fans for
I got a quatrain too.
What's spending 100 million?
Because rise na ga say quatrain too.
Yes, spending 100 million. We necessary unye free 100 million. We a typical Steven Gerrard, David Beckham, Juninho. Yes. Free kick winner, exceptional players with exceptional qualities the team executing. Sure.
And always funny enough. Obejina second one no. I say no, obeshe because on 190 ball. Even the days at West Ham, ball from a chile or Anna say omo ebia to say free kick na or bossy box no krama. West Ham Jarro, you can say Mikel Antonio Moa. Who's a ball near bar?
Yeah. France now man numbers also about 339 matches.
I feel free kick.
It means say enya.
Yeah.
But on this stage, you hear Obi say Obetimi actually go no abe no. The execution, we are typical of Luis Suarez, the most clever of all strikers among the world football. Ono be bobo na fetchri. Mike chess a position in your but credit no a gentleman no. To even think of any goalkeeper no that post ni any baby or ball born second penalty no. Pinpoint
penalty
free kick no. Pinpoint top draw baby or ball on the shed around the wall and also apply a spin on the ball. Some me sumau but sumana me sumau no. This is how you have to
pure technique
and brilliance.
Pure technique.
So what you say?
I did a pawn training car. Yeah, now
say first one may bend the ball no. Second one I say pa ne target.
Both one ne kotwa ntumi nya hwe.
They can't do anything about it.
First one no there. It'll be a scientific because I kwatwe one no kwatwe so space ba da. Different player ba be
new. Oh, kasa oche one. Because okay replay then baby about. It wasn't on the script. So what you say? Omat no every. But the gentleman after communication from the coach, you know. And also Saka say if you feel for it, go for it.
Yeah.
Now going for it, you know.
There's a player
set piece coach in the same. You see, I boys in the oil in say international boys in the booth was on Kelly and Darby.
The difference about players here, you wasted time at this guy see I from exceptional players. No, I deviant. The coach he can and you know of lead the upper soil. A bini dombote. Yes. You see, Ojina Park no say Adena oye biano team shape no, but they are all no nyadia ebe coach discussion. Where the Luis Suarez be. Balotelli be nya confidence we ade a person obey yi. So no ade na Declan Rice no. A typical of 100 million pounds, and you have to give credit to
Barca game no mention say a brave two very attacking teams. Na Madrid me say Hansi Flick no obeyisu na dwene yi pa. Adeba kwaya na so common so be ahead of a trip to Camp Nou, over try say will be defended or open up so much and co-opponent in her back tonight. Barca faces an opponent on the all number be defended. But yeah, Mama Shadrack start being person me no home and Sanon Koba line up on a band. Person so two players from Borussia Dortmund, the speed nature of their game, anyhow, and the bit many impact all games. But before that, we discuss the lineup. The two teams in here become 4-2-3-1, 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 from Borussia Dortmund are quite different from the 4-2-3-1 from Barcelona. Barca 4-2-2 no, Frankie and of course Pedri. Now by be a changes kakra war Barca lineup no between Fermin Lopez and Gavi. So Barca a bought with Gavi. Barca benya extreme method control and dominance over Borussia Dortmund.
Wow.
It is over Frankie de Jong ne Pedria obenya control but entes and drew the Gavi beba can mom in the final third the kind of pressure obetimi mount with Fermin Lopez alongside Rafinha and Lamine Lewandowski no esobeti because between Fermin and Gavi no Gavi a dynamic number 8 with me button. But for Fermin there, where a classical number 10 utimi beboa 80 one more. So if Hansi Flick decided to say all out against Borussia Dortmund tonight, my advice is say encore for Fermin Lopez. But decided otherwise, say a lot of control on the ball. Upper well stay on the ball. Lot of India. Make up for Pedri, Gavi, and then Frankie de Jong. No, Jai me and San anymore. That's very 4-3-3. But make a mania conquer 4-2-1-3. Where the one no, Ebaqua Femi Lopez or Body Agina Rafinha, Lamine, and Lewandowski. Barcelona be win the game, no, but there's one area be a game no. And the win no at the beba a yen 10-10 or 10-10 and yen finfi. Borussia Dortmund game no ne in finfi no mapejo mo sadada. You don't know. In me, and I cannot say me no didn't come as coach there. Me demand to call be no man no didn't come. In Fifi between Frankie Lopez and then Pedri. No, so the Gavi Babe Shahon Mumpa. Borussia Dortmund will not be going toe-to-toe with Fifi. About 200 Yamabasada. Where Borussia Dortmund but dominating ne, but I'm not dominating if the sumu a wins. Ombe dominate, but Fidi Sumu Adeyemo. Made the whole Europe this season. Players 2 are the fastest in the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund 2 players. Bakuya Karim Adeyemi. This season we hit 35.3 kilometers per hour. Wow, the fastest. We need free one man. Jamie Bino Gittins. I hit 34.9 kilometers. The second fastest player in the Champions League. Omumi enu na 7 and 11 tete no ya kan sa no. 7 and 11 ni enu no. Omi enu no mo ho ha e the Champions League. But omo ho ha e fidisumu ene. Ba bia Jimmy Curtins ebebo no. E ho no na Kunde ne Baldi bebo. Ba bia Adeyemi bebo no. Na Barcelona de no. Omo set up a scheme one number 1. Between Kunde ne Lami Yamal the other day me catch us say it's a Trent. Ena Salah de no e line so. Who say Kunde ba ohwe na ma be Lami yenche. Lami jibo no invert a line so no Kunde ba betwam. Sana na Salah ne Trent omo soro ye no sana no mo ye. Trent oba betwam na Salah invert between the left no so. But the other one no so ehunu say e be put away these players no. Baldi no. Adwuma o ye de ma Barcelona no. Jamie Curtins and answer Adeyemi beba. Aba be show say me fast inti ma back camp no me fast. No Jan hold the Baldi. We Jan full back and hold the Baldi sabadi inshallah. So it's just going to be a game for the channels. Why that zone so ne ya obego for the midfield. Basa no be ancha. No mom o dominating the kwan be so. Say obe dominating the best out of it. I share Steve o catch say the statistics in can dia. Bayern SG against Inter no way up. SC Inter SG. If tonight Sabasa the midfield dominance Casadia, but the Bayer when said this is in the last 22 games. Shadi Bibas and Lou CB. Now I share 69 goals. I conceded 21. And I'm the sorry game so. The last 22 no I share 69 goals. I conceded 21 pay on Lou CB. As just opposed against Borussia Dortmund the last 22 no when Lou 9. I share 40. I conceded 32 goals. Yeah, I'm goals. Upper corner score ne. And I say me. How do you BM? Make up 5-2 ne. El Camp Nou. Hey. Olympic Stadium. Make up 5-2. 5-2. Yeah. Oh Montjuic. Dortmund better goals. Barca better goals. Wow, Meza. Barcelona ni abre. Then before the press conference, Obenyan said Hansi Flick cried late for some hours. Now the reason was almost steady Dortmund team ni pa. If you say initially I'm Barcelona crushed Dortmund by 3-2. So game no, the difference between Barcelona and Dortmund no, now how clinical Barcelona is in that game. Because Dortmund out of 12 attempts in that game, almost on target 2. Barcelona out of 13. Almost 8 on target. That means on the day, Barcelona make use of their chances. And no Ferran Torres come fast to be winning game the more. Fancy, this is a game. Would it be any game of Barcelona be massacre Borussia Dortmund? Any 4-0 the bus, but any BBC be a 5-6. That's a moon real leg. A moon real first leg, no. A moon real first leg, no. I'm looking at Barcelona's highlight against Gittins, any Adeyemi, and I'm looking at lessons Dortmund before this game against the group phase. But the issue near say Casado ni mobi because Casado ne ball group phase game ni bi, and Frankie Dion ne ball.
Two different type of players in terms of controlling the game, reading the game. Two different players. By game we be both team to score. Anytime goes Krameko for Rafinha.
Okay.
Anytime goes Krameko for Sekou Guirassy. By PSG nye careful.
Yes, a Villa be home.
And yes, a Villa be home.
Wow, Mike.
Fancy Nyoma mienu Barca's playing style dominant from the middle. And the Dortmund absence in the middle defender Nico Schlotterbeck. He's out injured on, but arguably he's their best centre back. So it's likely say we are Emre Can, Ebenya Ejuma, our central defense or the Dortmund. Barca bear hurt Dortmund, it will be from the middle. If Dortmund will hurt Barcelona, it will be from the flanks. As Newton has rightly said. And the interesting part is that in the last two games, Dortmund about Mainz and about Freiburg. There is either Karim Adeyemi assisting Maxi Bayer and now Bayer assisting Karim Adeyemi. Today they will likely be the starting wingers on the left and then on the right for Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund can choose to forgo anything, build up, pass it from the back, go for long, target Sekou Guirassy. Barca team Mobienu obetimi amachi Guirassy in terms of real duels. Until Ohodi up to the ball or both through pass the tomb Edema Dortmund wingers now. If they're able to beat Barca high line, any more offside trap now, definitely they will have a go at this Barcelona team. Dortmund will have very good chances in the game. They might even have a penalty. Game we see now 2-2. Do not be surprised. The Barca share 2. Borussia Dortmund and so share 2 because Dortmund have mastered how to play knockout games in the Champions League. And again, in the first game, they Nuri Sahin and they Niko Kovac, who is a bit more defensive oriented. Aston Villa PSG. It is a tricky game, but I think that the ever carry PSG team through a midfield, no. That trident of Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabian Ruiz. Balance Nibera PSG team, and this PSG team, they are multi-dimensional as well. There are times Wontumi call direct. There are times they also go for control and possession. I think say a drone or more no. Aston Villa midfield need Nibi to match up to them. Even if Villa players need yellow cards, don't be surprised, especially for John Magen. So who's when yellow card or Kikako red card, who I do not be surprised as well. I think that Aston Villa will be beaten 2-0 by Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay. Whoa, Mike, that's it. Sana na wasi kapo se bibia okay.
Oh nyame adom bibia boko
yes and dey na wasi miem ka.
Oh of course say
no hye na wi ase nyina na mso bia so pet say de bia na anti de owo no
e wa no kakra bi neja
to atara to time mama no ho ana oh she dia intimi mpam wo
oh and dey o she dia wa extend her contract nti oguso ba vision for na so mo twen no nzano pa na me ma kakra
omuzo betu
omuzo betu omnu pa de omuzo beji omu de afrim ti yebedi ho nkomo na afi ato asede afri oye ni nkomo na ye to asenra ana the Black Queens me catch you say woman Senegal game no baba so mpani ampa ba so womo preparation tour e Senegal ni nyina no WAFCON na ba so no preparation and womo ye nti coach Kemilas and the ladies no ebo modern second leg Senegal atwa Black Queens kabako a womo intimi ante no kakre free no e de ba ti o said the New City coach e busa ne after say game no e ko na wi o steady Senegal team the sen wo si hu no and also Senegal mabawa no ball no munim ball na mom Queens so enu aba ku mienu a wa steady wo mo no say wo mo emode mo no betimi aboa amanu ama koyi e the ama Black Queens ti omuguzo a ahomboabo no omo eboabo mo ho.
We changed half of the team between those two games, and of course there were many players that haven't played together before. So of course when you put almost a new group together or a new starting 11, that can be a little bit difficult because football is so much about natural relations. If you start to think, then the situation is over. So sometimes you just need to let the feet play the game, and I felt we didn't. So we came into the Senegal way to play, And in the end, I think it was a close game. Not so many chances for any of the teams. Normally a 0-0 game, but they scored, and there's nothing I can do about it now. So it's just congratulations to Senegal. I think we can play a better football.
Senegal no yen sama coach ede atudwa said ye ne ye hwe ani mo no ye hwe se Black Queens anu ma bitima ko ye rem na hwe ene Black Starlight o mu team no so enra anom resume camp no eye o hwe preparation a wo mo so prepare for under 20 African Cup of Nations no enti o hwe players na wo mo enso e the list no e de aba o mo hwe se o mo so be ko campaign na o mo timi aba aboa manu ma timi akoyi enti players no ana o mo edi e wo ho no no be hu Yakubu Said no wo mo nyina enya collab enso e wo ho nso atre for players no bi nso e wo ma wo mo nso nyame adom o mo enso e prese nuama bitimi aye kama Sivenyo Benjamin enso ejinam de ema nso atre no e kakra efri ono mede ba nti team no ana wo hwe no mo bɔ modern serebe nuama e betimi akoye ho 90 o hwe under 20 squad ya wo mo e ko campaign ya wo mo e prepare na shara under 16 no nso wo mo bɔ modern a wo mo nso e ko campaign eno eye Glow Lamp Soccer Academy ene anu report no mo nso etime rem na o ma prepare for invitational tournament no eba so next month no anu mo hwe se nuama ebetime akoka mantwe eye nsem kakra free under 16 o mo nso aso ye ede ba ye de won nsem kakra ede eso mo ne dey e o show no so ye rem na fe edi nkoma azeze nkoma ba ko e wo Ghana ha eye boxing no mo nsem se de edi kan erutu dwade ma se Nigeria boxer Oluwa Segon ono enso ewo Bukum Arena yanti asem de ema ofrimu ewo Bukum boxing ring num na eno ana ba se Nigeria for no alata for no subo for mo yeso wo muni pa na ba no na ofrimu ntieze de ese Ghana for ye ho ano ewo free a wo be free mu ewo krom ha na sports minister Era Kofi Adams enra ano te for 7-member committee a wo mo de hwehwem owo no de kofa ba ese de be ya ye be hu de ekoso owo no e ba ye nya cover up bia se the minister di kade atudwa ne modu so mo hwe se on be prevent se de esi Bukum Arena no ebi entimi ensensi bia manu minister ensama waka mo be make sure say de esi no ebi nsi bia.
It is the view of the ministry and by extension government in Ghana that let's take a cue from what happened and see how we can work together to improve our sport. And so looking for persons who can do so, we needed to speak to a lot of you who have interest in sports. And the names, as Chief Director said, repeatedly showed up. And by whatever design, when we approach them to undertake this assignment, this is because they have been ready, as they have always done, to serve this country and to help improve our sport and especially boxing, and to assure everybody.
Na Ghana boxing for no monso any abre Ghana Boxing Association for no so he say ni wo mo betimi aboa na body no wo mo de be free Ghana na wo mo de akọ Nigeria na yesi promoter no ana afa ho Kenya na autopsy wo mo ye nyina promoter ne ka nti say de ono na ehwe say enko mo de ne be fa form say enko mo de be kwa kofa be Benin Togo Benin no mo de akọ Nigeria no no the all chain say o ma sign aka ma boxer na promoter no age atum say o be fly no ede no akọ Nigeria say de ifuno no o me fly o mo fan fa form yenti PR IFN no Mohammed Amin Lamte.
I don't know how to describe him. So over 10,000 Ghana. The processes go to court, police station, the autopsy, do this, buy this, over 10,000 Ghana. And as I say, we plan together with him to send the body through by road. But just yesterday, he himself sat down, we'll look at the permutations and the cumbersome nature of going to our interior ministry. Maybe you go to the Togo ambassador, you move to the Benin ambassador for the processes of the body. Maybe they may have a smooth sailing. Into from point John say or say Mr. Lamte, JBA president, why don't we plan for the boxer to be sent to Nigeria? your quiet checkups, we are almost done with the death certificate. And then we are also on our way to the Interior Ministry.
nipa na wabeko ana wa free mu enti wabeko no wa free ma Nigeria for so de ne mo a mo beko ha yenso ye beko ho enti compensation bi ene wa Ghana Federation no e de be ma Nigeria okasi so
in the process of management of the crisis no Ghana and Nigeria we are all together. We've lost a boxer, so how do we nurse our pain? How do we go through the process as we are mourning the boxer? We are all part of the bereaved family. And then you are not directing that Ghana should compensate the boxer because of negligence. Where have we gone wrong? Where has Ghana Boxing Authority gone wrong? To admit the boxer to fight on a platform, the boxing league that has become marketable, when you have boxers coming from Tanzania, Togo, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire every weekend to come and fight because now BoxRec, they recognize the boxing league platform as one of the credible platforms that they can even use to raise the standard of our boxers when it comes to their staff and even push them to be recognized for world title fight. And then if this boxer is given the platform, he fought. We all saw the fight. He was leading round 1. Round 2, he was leading. Round 3, when the boxer is given the platform, he fought. We also the fight. It was
no matter benti urema na ese omonso ehwese compensation bi no Nigeria for no ensabetimi aka na we de Ghana Football Association for no ensem de an CAF efri odi abane nyina ne se omo kire se eneze say CAF coaching license A no anase ohwe license A coaching course no they say de Ghana yenso under GFA no yebetumi ayebia no CAF omo green light a omo e de amada Ghana Football Association and the CAF new convention omo ede abanje say the license A Ghana yen coaches no muti as say mo betumi ayebi e okroma amana boy no kakra efri ho de that's good news na yeah sorry na for ye rem na nuama etima kama no has any nyame adoma vision game no ye weekend ebeba so na vision for no say omo tonkre supporters no de ama has say omate has nka e de omo ye no na omo nso omo twe has na kwan omo do omo ebe faso no enye kwa keto akra inti supporters of vision womo enkra omode ama heart of folk
yes is adia be ya bra kokotia na ne to bo ne ebo ne bude vision yes ye hu ye mini match pa ye determination wo se ne supporters e kom ya di en home win e kom ya di en last so mu ye wini wa this trip ye se wini no ma di no mu nko na se si adie ewo vision ye be ye no simple
has kitab best goalkeeper
forget it penny di penny
no so mo be na kama na enuama nso etimi akoye nti ye hwe se de nuama bi se wasante kodoko ne be Chem United 3 p.m. na me adoma Sunday na promo no enso ababonten for the game yenti kakre na yento ano ebe shinti fancy edisi na me kase season coaching job no list me ensabi but 3 coaches bi omo na likely ogum enso nyame adoma season ewi a obenya contract ewo amonone na odnani achewa ko enti coaches no coach Abdul Karim Zito one day so wa coach Abdul Karim Zito yes coach Maxwell
Kunadu
yes ana CK akono coaches 3-way emu 1 and
so Kenya koroko
obesa ba be adwuma
Maxwell Kunadu sunya koroko beba Max ko Saravika no waba
okay okroma
ana hwan biem
ana coach Abdul Karim
Zito
the tactical coach ono so for ne lead
korokoro ne say akono nti
yes god
now I want to ID
why
Watara so
Watara mu has for the abre
no so ban no oboshe
of course but nidi nyamai Watara di nyamai
you want make me bo
but on nidi mai
nidi nyamai is Africa
Watara ban no ye juma tactics nyamwana mu kan say coach bia ha sanya
anya easy someone nyamwana mu ko fa na bai kwatara be hu kroma oba kotoko me make so oba hu kroma abeka twi nyina yo weekends oba ha weekends oba kumase see a stadium and nanu shark ne oketi hu no not we bi mu no twemo
na mo so mo kwai
this year zo ze ko akiro watara
na wada watara watara de be ba ma ya shego na anu ya ma no pa mo no long range no guys coach anchero se jina abo a onim de mo kwa free no onim de mo anchero
for de
mo pa free no de ya asa
ndi
oba first no
oh yeah na oh yeah
so mo say de na buy
anu amase
na de na asi de bia na pam coach na players
oh as a
now we have control about boss shot to share win ye
na team no ko na ni obi abom abaso
so onye
ti watari as a on bi na be so be
say no ni Brazil
I don't know me nations here dey coach na friend
ya bi dey o ye dey watase wa so wa
na say ona fere o asa the first to for ba
dey o ye no wa he kute scapa ba hazifo ni bi nton ade na ma na dey o wuyi jade o ye no ai na o ha manfo omo supporters ni say watade onye say muja no kwan
as be from watara kai da
coach bi o yes bi ada ko be ko
coach ala mo se pam coach na
yanka se ba se de o sika se enke be no begin na hands o se enke be pam na enke da say watara
was first one let say oba fufro na no okay president start here say no meba no when start here say no na week say a whole series of games has boy and
obi no say pam watara onko na waka
pam na say
ba wa throw out there me
wa throw me ni watara wa from se menyere
alliance and drop
for couple car say oshia no o si no
menya alliance
camera na to me so we ma na pese me kan ma mpekura
dey na be so ka
dey na pese me kan ya onye
what would they wish for there
and about 12
no ya
what would they wish for there
na dey what about to be call of baby
I want to over that agree na
wishing for so buy ready
wishing for us so for ewo but the sada has a kobo mu too market
has ready for win wo
some win now omunya ye no espake to say
go no so
ignite bibio
watara makana asa match of fine
say
enye mo wa say wa she be dia me obesa vision now for the next 3 games ro pasa ko
sana mo we shema no tina mo ye ne
that is how watara I don't know bodia
as a boy that's all
no we no ntu kuni me
we dey coach here juma so okuri we asa
no wa she beche ayi
wa she media ma
dey no kwara mo kan Saturday
so be she
ana o she
so na why dey
no sa ko be 3 games
ni pa na o kan no
o gunzara
eze o no anaye no asa oni mu bia yodi ayu bia o pa
new team
we dey la no be sinam say me Manchester we omo form boy
na new team say kakra no nya Premier League team ase be say gina o konso
na wantimi ani Division 2 league no tia
wantimi ani
first
o tia for results no ma
o tia
ada when you screen o wana
na Steve na mo na fi my giant na me farmer me farmer
o pe be bo dey say wantimi ama no ba na
so no ba na me jabo da chidi na me farmer
ana ba wantimi magana nya
because Arsenal go set piece coach no why na juma we dey ka watata ho
me so watara mo blemu watara
blemu ya komia
why na juma we
watara ye na wasa ko simidia am say paro testo
yo mo ya major coach ne na makoye kuya ma me wofo bebere ne last bebere makoye bi na me
sim mingle juma ko ye no na
pressure coach ni mo do
wona me say pressure
no pressure coach ni mo do
unipa
pressure coach
new team no or they say Division 2 no wantimi any first
I don't want to do mu zone first
who do you say
you zone no
who team the graduate
ebony the first
oh yeah
sporty
what was there
mensa
more how many teams
yeah 9 me say me YouTube adwuma me Wontumi adwuma me say Premier League
oh come on no wado
da bi adwuma do so me say me jaibi
Unuma Juma Carlo Ancelotti say
Nani Adam Ampa. You busa location.
Say mo obiesi me kon so fa.
Adam was say me bi no ka. Oh why na o chiri say me.
Yeah.
Me say Adam. Oh he me who also no bala de oh yes
bala ni ma
ubi na say
say me jaja bi na mani mati bada ho e na say so me o see balance see it me ye see ni wi a me jai bia to na ma ko focus on you know
be no
one to say ko pass me
say height me a no
yeah
you obey
na me aduma
na me to be ni the chairman kwa be bo am odru bi
oh yeah no I know but enu no ma jeje bia to
odru na chairman the guy ne patapa ni sika na be je kotoko na de kotoko mouse at time because one be
pressure no what be kra o be dwane o maso ya mo kan so dwane no Divo maso kredu
then would it o ma quality players and answer management
na for kan premier ho Wontumi ho na YouTube
ye free wo Saturday si bon ma wo
ko wadwuma say no e be kakra no
Javon so watara ya de
oh coach watara but unim coach watara menya
because you watch the player no only say patient so if born have been pay and one
yeah on say coach watara no for instance make me akase quality for quality last year de no any afidie no eswate
wow
quality for quality individually collectively but be a improvement about as folk only one department probably only one department goalkeeping department because ata ayi mo ade ni twa mu no mkofa kosin katia ne Shwai Sharif Shwai and Benjamin Asaribai. Apart from that,
Wontumi 101.3.
So has to focus midfield of last season. No more Linda Mtangi. I love the fact festival. Yanini no premium. Linda Mtangi, a quality number 8. Salif Ibrahim 10. Glido Tanga 6. Which midfield Kroma and a net minimum this year.
Kashala Kras and
I'm prepared. Yes. Oshakotoko Nakoto Lamte. But in team Jamana no be complimenting Lamte no was developing. No nya confidence are not was shown a fino. No be. You go to Samatas and then you have Kaya and then Sedi Dauda. A tory be anomo do be about so na emiensa. But quality for quality. Last year has to focus near fino young. So even striker has for striker they say Hamza. Somebody telling me say Hamza ni last year and one Hamza form na fino. What DP form? Has to folk Yaya Dramani from Bibiani Go Stars to us folk. Above from Obo, but why say Yaya Dramani? You see, above from an Obo, and at some point they lost Dennis Kosa, our left back, or now Dennis Kosa, they say one of has left back. The problem of our big clubs, and new Oberton
by
replacement, when you replace Lamte, look at the pedigree. Oh, the free. No, a Richard Blaster shirt a you. Asanoko. Who replaced Lamte? Enchi. Who fin hono. Now one player bit say justice below a Jane fin for but the following day Oshana Uno. But yo, Dr. Ogumon Koma said at the end of the season, obit me a call room.
My say France ni be a chance say na komunya basha nkomo pe.
I was see how couple year no. Ebimo say bash wa be winning league the makotoko pen. Apart from we just winning the league, amount for me can be Dr. Ogum quality origin league in makotoko no. Na e was ropa but bash so squad no na so was ropa. So okay coaches are recently Koi Masoko the coach. Now the CK so now the coach Karim Zito so show my channel anopai
Zito.
Yeah, coach Zito. Yeah, kwame say ya do be fadwuma bia in my opinion. Okay di mame. But in common started where we be adwuma na wie na demands no a started na obetumi a continue a shoulder the demands no see everybody dey our blaster coach Karim Zito has been a national team coach or profiling who did the national team setups or a big coach Masokredu internationally he's been there so pressure him on paper but what the product the players you have your materials how to put them together to form team no kotoko France no yaw that is the thing but me baby me bodo toguma baso pa me bodo toguma baso last year most kotoko start how many players
almost 20 to 21.
Big contract so.
Oh, okay. Whichever way, Memusa review. Kotokoja, how many players coin? Or many players send a party ways?
Over 20.
If we are talking about a team about ball league, now our party ways with 20 plus players, forming a new defensive structure, including the goalkeeping department. I mean, yeah, are we saying say a joke, Anna?
Oh no, it's not a joke.
Oh yeah, Jumo. Dr. Guma ya Juma pa. Also fighting for league, you know. As a year grow on your BBS cup. Also FA Cup.
I'm from Komo into. Once concerning this discussion about Koroko coaching, Nene Obeko Onko Betina will be for Bebano. During the mid-season, Perifo be fair, Mira, Bakanin Didi Nkomo, Nana Apenka. Nini Didi Nkomo bi we na ogum die na performances. What's the time being results ne call blip kakra. But he asked them one question, say on the local terrain here, you can one year go fanemra.
Moya nsake a wo betua kan.
Why ne go fanemra?
Mama me nyama yi na.
Which the season is still
easy for me. Ewi anamaba.
Easy one easy.
Omudi scare ban ti ewi anamaba.
So be sponsor me no America no. Na painting me so just you can. So I don't know. Oh wow. No. So me also
mo ambulance me.
Also nko
no me ba. No una me hu mo.
So other points na ajama mo for. You do points na
una me hu mo bo.
Uzu ja ko
O video no ho. Video na we say Griezmann I was goal.
Training. Yeah, that for free. Can you so
for some
you can you so
business say
to wait me question kwa
no come retire me
no can you so cry can cry say o bet me question gate ya o me question gate ba bi apaka ka no can cry mommy show
open me international obre na so
ya me say ka o tehwe a hu o bo from na wuro wo mfuturo no
what you say abaju 100 me adwuma bi me pese ben sa so ntimi ma studio
no ya na ya tem di social media baba
enye me nya
kwati ahwe o park so na me ma
mate
wona si form me si do bia de wanum bia fabra e de wo yam bia na ha me sesei ya fabra me am se ne ma wo body num bat fabra
okay mate
uni asamka
yo say na onyini za asna betwa we mutre yo but mama easy for you here o time so yes you call easy waterproof paint
no more leakage
and just paint